Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning on in. Special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Welcome to session 99, guys.
99?
Woo! We've done 99 of these. 99. Plus other one-shots and things like that. But 99 sessions involving Fortune's Blade. Welcome. Welcome on in. And hey, if you want to catch up on the previous 98 plus sessions that we've done, if you are in the mood for some Dungeons and Dragons and would like more Dungeons and Dragons, which we know that you probably do because it's a lot of fun, yeah, check us out. Obviously, we are live on Twitch every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, here at twitch.tv/Dicefunctional. Search Dicefunctional on YouTube if you prefer YouTube. And hey, you know what? If you're one of those who likes podcasts better, because there are a bunch of you, I'm one of those people included, just search Dicefunctional wherever it is you get your podcasts. And hey, boom, podcast time. Listen to them while your angry relatives are yelling during Christmas time. Have something pleasant to listen to. Friends having fun. Bring yourself some joy.
Better yet, don't see your relatives and just stay at home listening to our stuff. That's it. That's all you have to do.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that a lot.
Here's another cool thing. And when you have to run out to the store because you've forgotten eggs for the 4th time, the headphones that you wear to listen to the podcast will fit under the mask that you all should be wearing. So do that and enjoy some friends laughing on the internet, because that's what we do. Quick announcements before we get in. So we will not have a live session of The Adventures of Fortune's Blade this coming Saturday, which is, I'm double checking the date, the 26th of December. What will be showing in its place is a special holiday one-shot run by me and featuring a good number of the cast as well. It was a lot of fun. It is actually a sequel to the one we did last year. This is becoming a thing. It's a lot of fun. It gets really silly. It's slightly holiday related. There may or may not be some singing. There may or may not be terrorizing of children. Yeah, it was fun.
My favorite part.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that part.
So tune in. It was a good time. We hope you guys enjoy that as well. And if we don't have a chance to say it to you all, for those of you that are celebrating, happy holidays to all of you. But yeah, we'll be around doing our thing. We'll be continuing on, pushing forward. That's all I'm going to say for announcements, because I've been going on for a while. Anything else that I can think of?
Next session is our 100th.
Yes. So, January 2nd, 2021, that is going to be session 100. So, I was going to say, expect something cool. I don't even know what to expect. I won't figure it out until 5 minutes before we go live. So, be prepared for whatever the hell that's going to be. Also, actually, I wanted to add this as well. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for coming and hanging out in the chat. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, everybody. But we have...
Also, thanks for
the
sub.
We have a new sub as well. Shout out to you, Blade. By the Blade with another sub. Thank you for your support of the channel, my dude. I appreciate you. All right, we got to get into some Dungeons and Dragons, because that's what we're all here for. And as always, Connor, take it away.
Okay. So, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, you guys had just dealt with a hulking monstrosity known as Muscle. Becca has disappeared from her camera, which you proceeded to submerge in molten hot earth, or slag, and then seal it shut, covering it in ice, stone, and a 1-ton marble for to boot. Crossing fingers and just hoping it was dead. While you guys are sitting nearby, trying to make sure that it didn't come back out, you got an unwelcome visitor. One Mr. LaCroix, who got the attention of the half-elf rogue, Dea, and the Aasimar sorceress, Maddie and left a fairly unpleasant message with them. You guys then proceeded to observe him in your own little way using a talent that the Tiefling Fighter Paladin now possesses. And you found him creating another monstrosity out of the serial killer Richard Smith, who appears to be in Aardglass along with LaCroix. You guys then immediately started getting ready to teleport over there as fast as humanly possible. And where you guys had left off, you guys had just appeared outside of Aardglass. Now, just to double check. Oh, yes. Yes.
No, this is Jessica. You almost said LaCroix yourself, Connor.
You did.
I did almost say LaCroix.
We have poisoned you. It's great.
Oh yeah. Well, it's one of those things where like my brain knows how to say LaCroix, so I have to intentionally say it wrong when I'm talking about this character. Yeah, LaCroix.
No, we're
Mr. Bubble.
Like some douchebag from the West Coast that doesn't want to say it's just LaCroix.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you like a LaCroix?
Please don't.
A LaCroix?
Jill, I will leave.
It's Ro trying to say the name, just like, yeah, I can't say it for some reason. It's this icky, horrible name.
Sorry.
Where you guys had just appeared outside of Aardglass proper, it is a bit drab weather-wise today. You have some light rain that's coming down around you. The wind is fairly gentle. It's moving the trees and brush around fairly gently, but it is cold and rainy right now. So, what's the plan?
Well, I might be able to do something about finding him, and I'm going to locate creature, which I now have.
Are you looking for LaCroix or Mothman?
See, I don't know, because I don't know if he has into divination stuff. But it has to be a creature that I've seen before, and I have not seen.
Oh yeah, you have a.
So, yeah, I'm gonna try LaCroix.
So you're going to cast, what was it, Locate Creature?
Locate Creature.
It is within 1,000 feet, correct?
Yeet.
So let me double check using the map of Aardglass, which I still have up.
It still lasts. It lasts for 1 hour. So.
Yeah. We're going to clear those off. Don't need them anymore.
Okay. And let me mark that spell off. Oof, already do those
yes, please do that.
Yeah, I just did. Already.
Actually, I'll copy both that and the other thing too, just for your reference. Oh, whoops.
I mean, I could literally go Mothman and then but
you could do that too, either or, really.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna do LaCroix. It's important right
now. Casting Locate Creature to try and find where LaCroix is.
Oh my god. Maddie doesn't have an icon again.
JC,
how did that happen again? I literally put it back.
I don't know, Jace. How did it happen again?
I don't know. There it is.
Wait, what? I had a sneezing fit. What did that happen?
What?
Maddie doesn't have an icon.
Jace forgot to
It's
put
okay.
Maddie.
This is what happens when I have to record a million things and all of these assets are shared across multiple scenes on OBS.
What specifically, Maddie?
Fuck
So,
Maddie in
funny
particular.
story.
Wow,
You know,
I
fine.
see.
I'll go into a full explanation. So I had to use your picture, and I have the icon mounted to your actual picture thing, so that way it's all in the same thing. So that way I don't have to resize everything and keep moving it. And I had to use your picture for the one shot, and didn't want the Maddie thing on there at the same time, so I had to hide that one, and then forgot to bring it back up. Because it filmed a lot that day.
I would appreciate it if you not measure right now. Hold on a second.
It's still dogs!
I saw that. It's been a while since we were last in Aardglass.
No dogs! I want you to know I started measuring and I'm like, wait
a minute.
It's still dogs!
Hey, while we're doing that, can Gail make a perception check specifically for clapping?
Yeah.
What?
That's one!
One!
Sure.
Yes!
Sure.
Yes!
You can do it. Fine.
Yes.
Fine. You can definitely do it.
Natural 20, come on.
25.
25.
25.
Pretty good.
You hear
Damn
no
it.
clapping from here.
Mothman he isn't moving
but
at all.
yeah, just give me a quick second, motherfucker.
This is when we find out it's actually the opposite, and Kana has nerfed Mothman's ass like they do on the All Might statues. All Might is thick,
That's a
and they nerfed
tragedy.
him.
That's a tragedy.
Like they
No,
did,
it's-
like
it's-
they did the snake and
Yes.
Yes, it's like they did to Solid Snake.
I will point out we were trying to figure out if we were gonna come into this with like tension or with like ridiculousness.
I
think
told you.
ridiculous.
I told you, the more stressful the situation, the more likely we are to come in with ridiculousness.
Why not both?
Look,
Yeah.
I supposedly could find him if he's within a mile, but I don't have the piece.
It's true.
There's a lot of things I'm trying to do
You're
right
good.
now, so give me a fucking second.
We're
you
vamping
you
Kana,
on
we are
bastard.
literally vamping. What else are we supposed to do?
Yep.
Cast dancing
This
lights
is
into the
someone-
sky to
Sarah-
lure him
Sarah
out.
has pointed. I searched for traps and just like has just said this is you guys, and I'm like that is correct.
It's true.
This
Look,
is
do you
us
guys wanna
as
see a
group.
cat?
Like we do not know how to be a
Yes.
serious. I mean, we do know how to be serious. but we've done it before.
Always. Hey, kitty.
I'm gonna go see cats tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna go see two cats
Okay,
tomorrow.
the cats. Yeah, I almost did it
Not
again.
the-
Where I thought
not
you were
the
seeing
music.
the movie.
I love that cat.
Wait, not the movie. Like actual physical cats. Like my friend
Okay.
Oscar just got two cats, and I'm going
I was
to go
going to
see
say,
them.
please
I'm gonna go see
don't
them
go see the
tomorrow.
Can I
movie.
ask you why you have a paw on my foot?
Why would I go? I'm not. Why would I go see the movie? I have.
It's just extra funny to me
There are two-
because
there are
I
two kittens.
literally, my brain jumped to the same thing the next day after we had the initial discussion of your friend getting two cats.
I mentioned this. Yeah.
And both then and today, I was like, why are you going to. You mean the animal.
It's true.
Yes, I'm going to see the animal. I already messaged him.
Probably
He's like, yeah,
gonna
you can come
adjust
over
that
tomorrow.
slightly.
Cool, cool.
So for going down the list, first, Erudite, you cast Locate Creature, and within the first 1,000 feet near you, you would not notice anything immediately.
That's fair. I did not
Okay.
expect it, but it's fine.
Jace, you're you're
No.
not casting anything. You're casting
Yeah.
Perception.
I cast perception on finding shit.
Yes. You would not immediately notice anything that is especially of
Okay.
note. You would say that there are a lot of significantly less people currently out and about that you would expect. You believe that maybe because of the weather in general, but there are still some folks that are beginning to make their way in
Okay.
and out. Gosh, who else do I need to do? Right, Mercy.
Moisey.
As you guys are beginning to get your bearings and decide what your next course of action is, you hear something hit a nearby roof very loudly and go, and then splash somewhere into a puddle nearby.
What the fuck was that? She's gonna go look for whatever it was.
Okay. From where perception check.
But she's easily distractible. What do you expect from her?
don't have time for rocks.
Don't tell me what we do and don't have time for. Okay, now I want you guys to watch this nat one.
It's a 3.
Pretty damn close to 4.
Also, you're rolling as yourself and not as Mercy.
That's why.
Well, it's good to know Jessica was trying to look. You don't immediately note anything. You think it landed inside of a nearby puddle. So you can kind of like start like splashing around and looking through the puddles trying to find out what the fuck it was if you really want to. Also, let me
Look,
get some
we
sound
don't know
effects
what's going on right now. Yeah, she's gonna look. All she knows is there's a bastard in this town.
Now there's more bastards in this town. We've showed up.
Multiple bastards.
Yeah, no kidding.
We are here.
I am here.
We are moving quietly, by the way.
Stealth check?
I don't know if you can count Mercy splashing through puddles quietly.
You do you. Alright. Here goes nothing.
A 12.
I clicked to open my thing and
Yeah, Gail's distracted as fuck.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, Jill is also rolling as her. We had to change.
I'm
rolling as my shell too.
As my
I
shell?
also rolled a 9, so
Everything with that.
Yeah.
as my shell.
Fox form until I need to
Yeah.
be otherwise.
Why do you...
Speaking of which, we do know a fox man here. Too.
Oh yeah, we do.
We
It's
do. I
true.
forgot about
Yeah, Kyoji.
Yeah, we should
I
probably tell the
didn't.
captain there might be a homicidal moth in his town.
Yeah, I
If
I
we,
feel like-
yeah,
yeah,
if we,
that's, yeah.
Wait, Connor,
if we can't find the moth, we should definitely
Connor,
go
I have an
see him.
important question.
What's
Is
up?
there a bridge in this town?
There actually really aren't any bridges inside this town. They didn't build a town around over like any rivers or any like inlets. So no, there aren't
We're
any
in the wrong
bridges
place.
per
You have to
se.
warn us of the bridge falling down.
Point Pleasant, baby.
Point Pleasant.
God damn it.
That's 2.
Let's not get into all the whacked out
Hold
Mothman
on,
conspiracy
hold on,
theories.
hold on.
You have 2 people from West Virginia here. I'm sorry, it's gonna happen.
2 of us. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Who do you think we are?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
did make
Mothman
Mothman.
caused 9/11 and all the other insane conspiracy theories out there.
That one's not one.
Oh, you've never heard
I
that
don't
one?
want to.
Yeah. It's just as fucking crazy as it sounds.
Anyway.
Let's continue.
But yeah, with a little bit of searching, eventually, Mercy, you will find a small, kind of like pad of your thumb size piece of metal-y stone,
Found a rock.
kind of chipped and dented looking.
I don't
That's
know what it
good.
is.
Good for you.
Okay. I'm glad you were looking for rocks. I think we have other things that we need to worry about, and I don't have a lot of time.
But it's shiny.
And keep it.
Can I see it?
Well, then keep it.
I'll just detect magic.
No. Hold on. Gail's gonna take out the magic detector and hold the magic detector.
It's not magic.
Nope, nothing.
It's not magic.
No,
it's
then.
just a
Can
rock.
I see it actually? Do I know?
It's
God
a
damn it.
it's a
It's
magic.
the
It's a
meteorite.
magic
It's
detector.
first
No.
spell.
I know. Do I know that it's a meteorite? Actually, is what I'm asking.
Roll intelligence.
Yeah. I can't roll nature. I mean, it's the
You
same
can do
thing.
nature. Yeah. It's the same damn thing.
It's a rock. It's not that deep.
It's like doing the magic
No,
detector over
24.
it, like.
It is some folks refer to them as sky stones, but basically it is a meteorite. That would be
Oh,
the
that came.
scientific term.
Came. That's from. That's from this. That's from.
I was gonna
Guys,
look it to see if it was a fossil instead, but okay.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's something from
definitely not
one of
a
those stones that fall from the sky sometimes.
Neat. And she's gonna shove it in her pocket.
Cool.
That sounds
God.
dangerous.
That's.
Aye, those hurt
happens.
sometimes.
Yeah, they do, but didn't hurt in this case.
I'm
so
just gonna
that's
put it
good.
in my inventory as Skyrock.
Sky stone.
Nope, Skyrock.
Okay.
Skrock.
Rock.
It's like ska, but a little bit heavier.
Scraw.
Scrock.
But anyways, he's.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite character in Emperor's New Groove.
Scrock.
Scrock.
But anyways, this is not exactly where I detected them at. It's somewhere that way.
All right.
All right. Well, let's head in that direction because I can tell about a mile out. 'Cause 1,000 feet is a mile, right? Yeah.
A fifth of
It
mile.
definitely is not.
Five tomatoes.
Yes,
Okay.
five tomatoes. 5280.
Okay. Listen. Rudy knows this. Michelle doesn't. I'm bad at things. Okay. So
I can't tell if Jill's in shock or not right now.
Michelle is a goddamn idiot.
I
especially when
think
it comes
Jill
to, like,
is
geography,
channeling
okay?
Ro.
Brody did not say that. Michelle did. I will point that out. I'm just an idiot. Okay. American measurements do suck ass. Okay, it's true.
Yeah, basically it's about
you
0.19 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have a rough idea of where they should be, Jessica. They're definitely somewhere
There's a
like
cat.
just inside of the walls. You're pretty sure it is somewhere around here.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that. We had a cat problem.
Stop fighting.
Oh.
Stop.
They can feel the tension too, chat.
No, you don't understand.
How
They
fucking
were
dare
fighting
you!
through the door.
Through the door.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But you said they're in the inner walls.
They are right around
Okay.
here.
And Mercy's just gonna point whatever way she thinks it is. They were that way.
All right, let's hustle.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully we can get to this person
I mean,
before they kill
theoretically,
anyone.
They wouldn't even know we were here. How would they know we were here?
He shouldn't, because let's face it, he doesn't know I can find him with the giant eyeball. He also does not know. Well, he knows I can see him. I don't think he knows I can.
He saw a giant eyeball.
He doesn't know I know his location, considering he was underground. He also doesn't know how fast we can travel.
This is true.
I believe we shouldn't take many chances.
Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
Alright.
Let's hustle. Let's go as fast
We're
as
going.
So, basically, one of you guys can make like a survival check to try and make your way through the town as fast as possible, without getting lost. It's not
Dale
the
will
same
assist.
as rural exploration, but it is still technically exploration.
Me, because I've never been here before and am blind.
She will accept the assistance due to
Emergency.
how
it.
emergency. Yes. Thank you. 26.
Okay, so you guys would begin making your way through the actual city proper with little to no issue, cutting through a few back roads. You would be able to get through it pretty well. I will say about here, Dale, with your insane perception.
26. Passive.
Hey, I have a 20
well,
passive.
hold on.
Not that
Who-
far off.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I
have
have
a
a
20.
20.
Okay,
When'd you
who
get a
has
20
perception
passive?
Who has a perception past, let's say, like 14?
Hold on, I took off my glasses.
Technically,
I
I
can't
did-
see my
Chase.
screen.
Technically, I do right now.
Yeah, I have a
Not-
15.
Most certainly
You have
not.
15? Okay.
I technically have 15 in Fox
How's the
form.
vision, Jill?
It's 11 regular.
Jill, can you see with Jess's glasses on? Okay. I will check your sheet for
It's
you
an 11.
because I don't think you
know
can see at
Jill's.
all.
It's an 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I didn't even attempt to check.
Jolly,
I have 14.
you have 14.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the folks of the 15 or higher, you note that the rain is starting to get stronger, and it is starting to become bitterly cold. It's very tough to miss this. That it is bitterly cold, and it's kind of starting to like seep into your body in an unpleasant way. Like it's just starting to sap away your body heat, and you're really starting to get uncomfortable. On top of that, the wind is starting to pick up more.
Anyone else feel like this weather's kind of sudden?
Aye.
You
It
think
would
it's
not
him?
be the first
Hey,
time.
somebody who knows magic more.
Fucking
Can
cold.
you do that?
Aye, you can do
Yes.
that.
Of course.
My mom used to do that.
Yeah.
We met someone back
That
on the
fish-
island that
That
could.
fish man did that.
Alright.
Yeah, remember?
Look, man, I can't remember yesterday, much less today. It's fine. And that's Jessica, not Mercy. Sorry.
Yeah, it's possible he's controlling the weather.
It would probably make it easier for Mothman to fly.
Oh.
Mm,
I mean, if it's really
Yeah, I don't-
windy and he's got the rain to cover him.
But
the windy would make it harder.
moths don't do that well in rain. Wings get wet, hard to flap.
It makes it
think it's
darker
more-
though.
It makes it. I think it's more. It makes it easy to do things undercover.
Or maybe he's just being a dramatic bitch.
I mean,
Or maybe it's natural and it just sucks.
Bitch, I'm extra.
I mean, have you met the man? He is very extra.
True.
At the very least, this should help mask the sound of our movements as we approach.
Let's move quickly though.
All right. Continuing on, you guys would get over to here with little to no issue. Mercy, you know that it is around here, but your visions are much more focused on getting to the spot. So you know that it is somewhere around here, and it is definitely an abandoned building. So now it's just a matter of trying to figure out which one it is.
Am I pinging
So if you
anything?
want- You. Let's see.
TV show.
'Cause I'm
I
a bit-
think at at this moment, yes, you would be pinging it pretty
Where?
easily.
In
Let me
what
double
direction?
check. Further in, about somewhere over this way.
All right, I'm just gonna that way.
Gotcha. All right, you guys continue making your way in. Is there any actions that you guys want to do right off the bat?
Other than being quiet.
Well, yes.
I'm-
That was
I'm
kind of
just-
obvious.
I'm just keeping detect magic up constantly because I can.
Keeping up with detect magic the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're expecting,
That.
since it lasts an hour and we're almost there, just in case, she's going to use her rune on the pickaxe and turn it into a rapier. Just
Okay.
an intelligence check.
Yeah, about average.
Oh no!
About
I mean, that's you only needed.
it's an easy, it's an
Luckily.
easy check,
But-
but it's still embarrassing.
you
not like
never-
4 nat ones in a row.
There is like something with that specific thing. Oh my god. Okay.
It's canonical.
There
Dea
was something
struggles
that-
with creating weapons.
For some reason, there was just something with that you cannot do it.
It just doesn't go along with you at all.
Oh no, things are getting disconnected. Anyway, continue.
So, sorry, can't help
It's
but
pretty
laugh at
funny.
that. You change it over to the rapier, no problem. Mercy, you're doing a good chunk of the leading.
Well,
Along with Rudy.
Yeah.
We
I got that
lost
Yeah.
one of them.
No, I got that message like 2 minutes ago, which is the
Yep.
weird thing. Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Now, with that said, you guys would also note that there is a bit of a commotion a little ways ahead.
Do you ever get a bad feeling in your gut that we should probably head towards that?
Usually.
Yes,
Yeah.
that might be Mothman.
Well,
Yeah.
Making your way forward, you know there's a small crowd of people where it looks like they are actually crowding around a building that's had a good chunk of the roof that has been smashed to pieces. The wood itself has been splintered terribly, and there are loose boards that are now scattered across the road. Folks are looking around trying to find out what the hell happened and what caused it, but right now they all seem very confused. There is one person who is talking very excitedly and looks wildly confused with what just happened.
Someone gonna talk?
I-
to him?
yeah.
I'm not- I think Rudy's like, someone else do the talking.
I
No,
can
I'm good,
talk
Penny.
this.
I'll.
but-
Aren't you a fox right now?
Yes, but it's a bonus
Okay.
action to shift
I was
out.
very confused.
This little fox talking to somebody. Tell me.
Hope you understand
Sylvan.
Sylvan
What is
now.
Sylvan.
He'll shift out before we're there in the crowd. Just
I'm gonna follow the blind fox.
Gail's gonna take a moment.
go towards the sound of the talking.
Gail's gonna move, kind of stay on the edge of the crowd, and be looking kind of up and around for any sort of movement that looks like it's something jumping in to attack or run away.
Gotcha. Yes,
Does
yes.
this building look abandoned too, or is it something else?
This building looks definitely run down, abandoned. It's either abandoned or very, very poorly kept.
Excuse me, do you know what happened here?
No, not entirely. I was cooking nearby over in my home, and I just watched. I saw something just rip out of the roof. It just exploded upward, and something flew off. I don't know what it was.
Been terribly frightening for you.
It was very confusing.
Do you know what direction it headed in?
Up. Up mostly. By the time I got out, it was already flying off. It was going up somewhere north. But that was really all I managed to see. And then it fucked off.
How long ago was this?
Minutes. Minutes, basically.
Has anybody alerted the city's guard yet?
We could certainly try, but it's not... No one's hurt. It's just a run-down building that got fucked up.
Haru? Question. Where did they say the killer was killing people again?
I don't think I was present when it... with the group that specifically talked about that.
Kinda do I remember, was the killer
can't
located in
actually
Sosane?
I believe you were there when they were talking about it, and this is a matter of a day ago. They captured him in Sosane.
You think he's going
Do you ever
back?
get a bad feeling in your gut that, yeah, he's going back to get revenge because he got made into a super powerful moth creature?
If that's the case, unfortunately... Well, it's gonna take him time to get
I'm just gonna... and Mercy's gonna step off and pull out her comm disc and call our poor boss.
Bad news, the serial killer's back.
He's
Now
a
we
moth.
are back at 6 times.
And she's just gonna... She's sitting there pinching her nose as she does this.
Load up the anti-air defense.
You will step away for a little bit, and you bring out your communication disc, and you get a hold of Avro pretty easily as the weather starts to pick up and get worse. What's going on?
Just a quick word of warning. We're not positive this, but it's better to be safe than sorry. The serial killer may be a giant moth monster heading towards Sosane.
I think we skipped a few steps because I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
The Strangler!
The Strangler Man.
She's talking about the
The
Strangler!
Strangler Man that was in the asylum. Completely lunatic.
You're talking about Smith.
Yeah, the lunatic that they caught in Sosane.
He got arrested.
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah. He's been in the insane asylum for a while, as you know. And one of our, let's call it friends, that, you know, fucked up Belmare, he may have stolen him and threw him into a vat of grossness that I saw with my giant eyeball on my chest. And turned him to a flying Hulk moth. We think he may still be here, but he was heading north, and it's better to prepare you just in case.
I maybe warn the guard. Just
Okay.
something in case.
We're gonna keep looking
I'm
here,
not sure where he's headed
and
yet.
we'll let you know. But like Daya just said, it's best
Alright.
if we just let you know.
I'll give the guard a heads up that apparently the serial killer's back.
As a
he's
boss.
flying.
And we're gonna not tell people.
He looks like a giant moth. That's important. He looks like a giant flying moth.
Very important that you
I
know
mean,
that.
Great, thanks.
if anything, if he's on the way over, if we deal with whatever's here, we can get over there before. We have a way I can get us there very
But I
quickly. You know that, right?
Did you mention the bandolier of strangling tools? Don't forget the bandolier of strangling tools. He's got many.
I know, I forgot about that. But yeah, he does have a bunch of tools for strangling.
Various strangling
Fuck.
utensils.
Okay. I appreciate the news.
Mr. Sane
You've
Strangler.
made my day so much
Oh,
worse.
we found the constables,
Yeah.
the sheriffs.
Oh, good.
The
Very
dead,
super
right?
dead.
Yep, completely,
Oh,
totally
good news
dead.
though, the thing that killed them, Road did turn the ground into molten lava essentially and sunk it beneath the earth, and it's trapped there now.
And then my gun told me it was
We,
gone.
Hey.
we think it might be dead,
Great
but
news.
yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
Anyway.
So, leave it dead. Leave it there. I'm gonna go deal with the strangling guy.
Yep.
Boss, you know we only tell you this stuff.
Have a nice
We don't
day.
tell you this stuff to stress you, but like,
Speak for yourself.
it's public, like, important stuff. We don't want something flying into the city and killing people without telling someone.
Look, we're basically part-time guards when they say that we need to be, so it's fine. I just don't like that you guys keep finding it. It's getting a little annoying.
To be fair, you did send us.
No, stop. Yeah, stop sending us on missions then. Scrub.
Do you not want
No,
money?
I want money. I want money.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's better that we find it and not find it and have it come and surprise you.
Anyways, I'm gonna go see if this vat of disgusting stuff that turned it into a moth is beneath the earth.
At least it wasn't 2 a.m.
This is true. I think it's like the morning. We're calling
Like
it a normal
9
time.
in the morning.
I'll call you in 20 minutes.
Sorry, I'm great, thanks. I really appreciate it. Connor's relogging into Roll20 because it was not letting me upload
That's
music
fair.
anymore.
Also, that was an elf
So I
reference.
cleared my cache.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I was
I
saying,
know.
that one went way over.
I was like, oh yeah.
I've seen Elf once and it was like 15 years ago, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I was like, when you said that, I was like, oh
Yeah,
no,
that's right.
It is. That is. Yeah.
Guys, Jill left, but she left a good replacement.
We have
Say
Grogu
hello
now.
to
Oh,
Grogu.
baby Yoda. Yay.
Use the force.
Kill the child.
Eat children.
Grogu, what's your name?
Fuck you.
His first words.
Oh my god.
Go fuck yourself.
I just love that it's like so perfectly original. It's very hot.
It looked very good.
Very sweaty. It looked real good though.
But yeah, Mos is gonna hang up
I am the
at
child.
this point and just look at everyone and go, so, if that is Thoray's house, there's a giant vat of ghost vermin beneath the earth.
Okay, we need to find LaCroix. I'm worried about that more than anything.
I will say, as you are sitting there talking amongst your friends, because we're well past that, you will note that LaCroix's signal suddenly just vanishes.
Of course, he teleported away.
He's gone.
It was too much to hope for him to stay.
Yeah,
He's too smart for
he's
that.
gone.
Should we deal with the vat?
But
Let's deal with the vat, and then we need to
Hey,
find.
Ro, you know that cool thing you can do?
which
Do you want to turn it into solid stuff so we can't use it?
I'm so scared of what this vermin bat will turn into when we solidify it. What will this be?
That's. He is a little bitch. I agree, Sarah. He's a total bitch. Anyway,
And so the crew makes a gelatinous cube.
No!
Oopsie.
No! Oops!
let's deal with the vat.
Because for all we know, the vat is how he's making these gross monsters. If we take away that, we at least take away a temporary issue.
Yes.
He's probably
Well,
got backed up elsewhere, honestly. But...
So I'm trying to upload sound so I can make the atmosphere better, but it's really dragging ass.
It's a little
Come
slow.
on.
Dragon
today.
ass? You mean
Dragon
Demos?
ass. Truh.
Demos's ass?
Dra-
Wait,
I had to make a
ass? Mothman?
What?
Oh,
You went a different
No,
direction
stop
than
it.
I went.
wait.
Jace went in the direction
Yeah.
I was going because that's what I was thinking.
I don't know what you two were talking about. I got on Mothman.
The joke was there. I had to make the joke.
It was a good joke.
Look, there are a lot of people who want to get on Mothman.
No. I don't want to get on him. I want to take him on a nice date. Show him a good time. Everyone just wants to fuck the Mothman. No one wants to love the Mothman.
Stop this. This is getting weird.
Jess, this is how
Anyhow.
cults start. I'm just saying.
You already have a cult. The orb.
The orb.
The orb.
True.
Oh, right.
Again, it is how they start.
Let me have my own cult. Damn
Go
it.
for it. You have fun. I believe in you.
The gang starts
So
a
at
cult.
about this point, you guys are noticing that the rain has turned to a driving sleet snow mixture, and the horrible bitter cold has become significantly worse. It is well past freezing at this point, and the folks who were outside marveling at the destruction have gone inside as fast as possible.
Hopefully for the best.
Real quick, before one of them runs fully in, Mercy wants to just grab one of them real quick and go, is this weather normal for this time of year?
Fuck
Okay.
no!
Fair.
What the hell?
I'm not from here, leave me alone!
As of
The
now,
desert.
let's see. You see that many of the lamp lights and torch lights that were out for the city itself, well, actually, the few that were still lit from the night previous have been put out completely by the whipping winds and the constant precipitation. As of now, a good layer of snow is beginning to coat the ground, which is still muddy and wet, making it very easy to notice where people are walking and have gone to. So that is worth noting. It is also, vision-wise, heavily obscured, and moving through this weather is considered difficult terrain, as you are now basically stuck in the middle of a blizzard.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel fine.
Shut
Not
the
only
fuck up,
not only do
Nancy.
I have cold resistance, I now have mobile. This shit don't do shit to me.
I have code resistance. We're not
Oh,
all
that-
tieflings.
That means
I don't
Haru
have
is
to
probably gonna ride and fox from on Mercy's shoulder.
To be fair, Gale is also one. He has fur.
Daya's just like,
Yeah.
hate it here, hate it here.
Okay, let's
Can we-
can we
can we-
find
What-
yeah, let's find the building.
Inside
Let's go
now.
inside the building that they destroyed the roof off of. Hello?
Yeah.
You okay?
Gold. That's all I got. Gold.
Rose's brain stops working when she gets too uncomfortable.
We go inside.
So you guys are just gonna try and make your way into the nearest building, which is the one that was got its shit wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Making your way inside of the building, you see that it is almost certainly abandoned. There is a fairly even layer of dust that coats a majority of the room itself, save for a section of the roof, which is now broken loose, and now has some snow managing to whip its way inside, but fortunately not much of it is managing to get in, just by the liberty of the wind going basically sideways at this point. You are safe from the weather. You are safe from the, well, safe-ish from the cold. And this is certainly where something was at one point. You can see the spot where it looks like some odd, like, a very small, some small, like, circular prints were made in the dust on the floor, where then something made a lot of the dust blow off in one direction and then seemingly went through the roof.
Alright.
Huh. Does it look like... Can we do a quick investigation check to see if we can find anything hidden in here?
Yes, you guys may.
All
Whoever
right.
wants to do some checking.
I will.
That's it, I'm not gonna do well, but... No, I didn't.
I shall. Oh,
If you would like to check.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Mercy, we
Oh,
rolled the
that's not great.
same number.
Oh, wait, wait,
the die.
wait. Oh, that's not actually bad,
That's much.
considering you have a 0.
Like every time.
Can Gale instead keep an eye out on just outside and just keep an eye out for anything approaching the building for any reason?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
That'd be a perception, of course.
16.
Also, can I say the coolest thing about this audio? Like the really
Mhm.
heavy winds? Apparently this was recorded in
Oh,
Animation.
that's really cool.
Oh,
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
neat.
So there's a free sounds library if you guys ever need it for like MP3s and stuff like that, where you're allowed to use it for just like
I think
stuff like
I know
this.
I know what set you're talking about because I think
Yeah,
I've
this one was
I've used that.
according to the description recorded in our
yeah I
But-
know what that you're talking about because I've used that site before for stuff.
Very cool.
It's a good
By
site.
the way, you were talking about difficult terrain before. Snow is included in the list of things
Yeah, snow
Water
is
Walk
included in
works
Water Walk.
against.
That's interesting.
I mean, my cloak allows me to go across difficult terrain with no problem.
Hopefully
so.
the snow doesn't get too high.
So, Mercy, you're not having very much in the way of luck. You know something was here, and you know something managed to get its way out. But that's about as far as it goes for you. Dea and Ro, you guys certainly see that there were prints of some creature that had made its way out of something. It looks like it was right around the fireplace as well, as you can see some spots where it looks like a fairly large hand made its way up, planted its hands, and then lifted up onto the hearth of the fireplace, and then seemingly climbed its way out. But you don't see how it did that, as there's no sign of where exactly that happened, as it's just solid stone. Erudite, you note that the stone itself does look to be movable slightly. You could certainly do it with pure brute force.
Yeah.
But it would be most likely a lot easier with some kind of a tool or some kind of a magical effect. You don't know what.
Like a
will say-
crowbar.
I do have a crowbar.
You don't note any mechanical ways of opening it.
I probably had some sort of magic that could do open. I don't really have that.
Mercy's
so-
just gonna pull out a crowbar.
Oh, that works. Go ahead. I'll stand back.
Mercy's gonna go at it with the crowbar.
Gotcha. I
Just
believe the
detect
athletics
magic to
advantage.
make sure there's no, like, runes on there.
Yeah.
On the hearth itself, no, but good
Mercy's
thought.
gonna stop and go, wait. This feels like something he would trap if I knew where he was.
I can check to see if there's anything trapped.
Yeah,
It might be a mechanical trap, but I don't feel anything magical.
yeah.
I'll try. I'll do another investigation check to see if
I just don't want a spray of acid in my face. I kind of like this face.
It's the only one you have.
15, not really great.
With a 15 on the check, you don't believe it to be trapped. You certainly can't notice anything.
I don't see anything.
Alright, and Mercy's gonna take at it with the crowbar.
I'm cool.
What do I need?
Gonna move back to around by the door.
That was my... What do I need to roll for it?
Alright. You would be rolling, I believe it's athletics with advantage for prying with a crowbar.
26.
So, planting your crowbar into the actual front lip of the hearth itself, you begin to pry outward, but you feel that it's actually a little bit easier if you try to push it so that it slides back. So using it, you pry it slightly, and then the hearth starts to push in slightly, and then you just kind of use it the rest of the way and give it a good shove. And now the stone base of the fireplace itself has been pushed in, and there's now an opening that goes downward a little ways.
What's with,
Not terribly far, but at least far enough to keep away from prying.
what's with these people in holes and basements?
It's a good way to hide things.
Oh.
There's also a fairly stable temperature, so any experiments that they
Let's
do
go-
not
let's
have
do
to worry
this.
about that.
Well, whatever reason, we have no time to waste.
Let's get down there, figure out what the fuck's down there, and then move on to try to find the monster.
Girl can do the solidifying, right?
As long as she doesn't have to touch it.
She doesn't. She has a 60-foot range.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What are you doing, Jill?
Being comfy.
Cozy.
I can't say I blame him. I'm kind of like, it's getting cold.
What's cold for you, Michelle?
I'm also.
It's like a balmy 60 degrees, and she's like, "Oh, it's fucking
Oh.
freezing."
It's so cold!
I'm
I can't stand this 60-degree weather. I have to put on a light jacket.
Michelle, I was out in the snow. It is a hoodie and jeans and tennis shoes.
It's like 30 degrees today.
I would be dying. My blood does not handle that. It just doesn't.
I always knew people
Oh,
before
no.
were cold-blooded.
Camera's gone.
I was out in the snow 2 days ago in a t-shirt.
I can't do
Oh,
that.
weird.
I'm
I
too
don't
old
like
for
it,
that
man.
shit.
That's why
It was only
during
a
winter
few
I typically
minutes.
keep myself inside the entire time. Oh, excuse me. Ugh.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
Understands.
Jess, Jill, do you guys want us to wait for a little bit while you guys get that back
It's
up?
fine. It should only take a moment. Go.
Okay. Okay. You now see that the opening has been exposed. Your investigation check did not reveal any traps. So is anybody going to go down there? And if so, what is the marching order?
I will say, since we were faffing about a little bit, Day's practically pushing Mercy ahead of her to like go down.
Okay, I'll go.
We don't have time.
I mean, Dan's not wrong. We don't really have.
Gale, you gonna
Stop talking.
Gale,
let's
you
go.
coming down?
Do you need me for something?
Possibly. Look, we don't know what's down here.
I'm definitely hitching a ride on either Mercy or Gale's shoulder.
She's already going down as she says this.
All right.
So who is Haru on? I need to know this.
I guess Gale, because he'd have to change into fact form, and if Mercy's already going down, he's not gonna jump down after.
Got it. So Mercy and Dea are in front, followed by some other folks, right?
Row.
Gale, take up the rear.
I'll go behind Row. I'll go
Gale's
behind Row.
ass end. Then Rudy.
So I guess Maddie's behind me.
Gotcha. Maddie is second last. All right.
Unless you're staying
Look.
up here. I mean, you can stay up here. You are.
I mean, I'm just playing Animal Crossing. I don't know what's happening.
Stop that.
I'm trying to tend my flowers. so
shit.
No!
Don't let him tell you to stop it.
Exactly. I'm still gonna keep playing.
Stop encouraging it, you slut.
I mean, you said that and Jill picked up her Switch.
I sent you a gift,
The
Jill.
light turn on. And the cloak.
Traitors.
It's the day after her birthday. Let her have some fun.
You traitors. Traitors, all of you.
I mean, I'm not doing anything, so I don't know what you expected.
Fine. So Mercy and Dea, you guys are leading the charge. Is there anything you guys want to do? Stealth checks, investigation checks, perception checks, yada yada yada.
I'll do a general perception check, but I'm fairly confident we don't need to stealth here.
Mercy's just looking around
Unless
too.
someone else disagrees. Where's perception? Oh wow, I rolled my passive. 26.
And 20.
26, 20 on. All right. So inside, you find that it is a fairly small, roughly hewn tunnel, for lack of a better term. Really only wide enough to carry to let one person pass through. Maybe one particularly broad-shouldered individual could make their way through, but it'd be a very tight fit. At the end, you see a single door. Again, rough. And past that, you don't see a whole lot. The tunnel itself is plain, not noteworthy, and safe, seemingly. You don't notice anything dangerous down here. No terrible monsters. Nothing obvious.
Well, I guess I briefly investigate the door just in case. Because you never know with LaCroix. That's 26, and then, yeah.
Okay. You do not notice anything on the door. The door itself looks to be fine, not trapped, not marked with anything that appears to be dangerous.
Mercy's just gonna open it.
You're my shield.
You're
right
fine,
now,
I'm just
so-
gonna open it. I mean, worst case scenario is I get hurt. Oh well. It's kind of my job. Open the door and go in.
Okay. Making your way inside. Well, sorry. Opening the door. Inside, you see that there is a fairly small, relatively neat room. looking to be with a stone floor with a small. How would I describe this? A stone floor with a small pathway that is actually composed of these small wooden planks that basically go from area to area. You see that there are sections of the floor that have become damp with some material. Further inside, you see another section where there is actually a kind of catwalk area, a la the structure that you saw previously. Mercy, what are you giggling at? Oh.
Do you want to guess what Jill said?
It's what?
You were talking about how the floor was wet with liquid, so very quietly I whispered, piss.
Stop it. Okay. Thank you. Gross.
No, you're right. You should say it.
Stop it. No. You see that the stone floor slopes at one end, and there you can see a vat that is about, I'd say probably 10 foot by 10 foot, with a kind of a greenish material inside of it that continues to move perpetually, as if something is inside of it. At the back end of the room, there is actually what looks to be like almost like a small trough, or a slot that is cut into the floor that then goes off to the sides and disappears.
Someone got a vial?
Found it.
I'm just kind of collecting
You wanna
weird liquids as we find them.
I have a vial. I have a bunch of them. I bought some.
And I'm gonna take some before. I don't know. I feel like one of you guys should look at this closer before we have Ro turn it to a solid, whatever it is.
Well, the thought is maybe Ro can look at it once she knows the stuff.
Well.
Okay, can I just say Jill is very tired today, so Ro's
okay.
gonna be vibing, straight vibing.
That's
Tired frog
I'm
Jill
so
is here.
fucking tired.
Button.
So who is moving forward towards the vat?
I feel like.
Listen, I don't want anybody falling in, so I am casting water walk on everybody.
I'm not gonna say.
I don't want a
fair.
nat one and
You know,
oops.
to be fair, it is technically a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dea is moving forward towards the vat.
Yes,
And Rose
I'm kind of
I'm
like.
gonna hand a vial to like Mercy, and then I'm gonna stand.
I'm
back.
also going forward because I don't trust these people not to get hurt.
So 3 of you are going forward towards the vat? Okay. I will point out, the catwalk is easily wide enough for people to walk shoulder to shoulder with no real issues. So that's not a problem at all. But Dea, Mercy, and Ro are going
There's no
towards the
shoulder
vat.
to shoulder with the three of us.
Well, okay. Look,
Shoulder to bicep to
still,
thigh.
I'm just saying. Basically, you guys are able to move 2 by 2, it's like you can have a 4x4 grid, basically. So you're fine. As you guys begin making your way up closer towards the vat, you begin stepping towards the metal that makes up the actual catwalk itself, and I'm going to need all 3 of you to please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Hey, at least you have the plus
Yeah,
4.
you're all standing beside me.
That's true. I have the +4. That's 14.
25.
29 with your plus.
Yeah, and Ro is a 23 with my plus.
Fuck me.
I might be backing
well,
up real quick here.
I'm very sorry, Dea.
Oh no.
Am I repulsed or?
No.
No, what's happening?
Dea,
Oh my god!
Dea, you take a full 55 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my god!
While Mercy and Ro, you both take half of that, so you instead take.
I'm a head out.
Oh my god.
As Dea, what's your health at?
What's 62 minus 55?
7.
You're at 7.
Okay. You guys just feel. All of you feel just the heat of your body just go and just disappear from your body completely. Rowan Mercy, you don't feel great, but looking over at Dea, she is pale as a
Dad,
ghost.
take a couple steps back.
I'm a head out.
Dea, your head swims. You feel incredibly dizzy. Something went off. Something went off, and it McFucked you.
Maddie, Haru, one of you help Dea.
I'm gonna go sit down over there.
I'm gonna heal her.
Yeah. Okay, I'm also gonna cast Aura of Life if we're gonna be around here because it gives resistance to necrotic damage.
Lord, oh my god. Okay.
Not trusting this area, Mercy personally is going to move very quickly, tie the little vial to her fishing pole, and throw it in.
You're just gonna rush back in?
I didn't think we ever got that far. The two of us stayed, didn't we?
Did you guys stay on the catwalk, or did you guys back up? It's up to y'all. You need to tell me.
I figured we'd take a few steps back, but not like dramatic.
We're not running to go take
all
a
the
nap.
way.
Like someone.
Is there a spell here, or is it the fat? That is. Okay,
We're close enough that Ro can still do her shit, and I can still throw the
35.
vial in. But
I back up to 42.
I cast this at level 6. Oh my god, it's so bad.
why is your healing?
Yeah, so that.
I mean, it's
I
not
don't
bad.
know.
You only rolled
It's not that
2.
bad. You.
Kind of low.
That's still high. That's a lot of
I
healing.
mean, she did it at level 6, so it's 40 points of
Okay.
healing. She almost like
You healed more than half my health, so
you
we're good.
healed her up a good amount.
Yeah.
You healed her up a good amount.
Rowan
Yeah.
Mercy, what's the plan, Arena?
I know Mercy's doing the fishing vial thing. Ro, do you want to try to see if you can figure out what this is from a distance?
From a distance.
If it's liquid, I make it solid.
Okay.
Can I get
Y'all both.
Can I get
going
my
in?
liquid first?
Yeah.
Okay. Mercy's gonna pull it out and then.
Do we need to check for magic traps first?
The frog is retreating. I mean, Mercy, you sound like you're ready to go in and just scoop that.
I mean,
goop.
it's with the fishing rod.
Go! That!
All right.
Go!
But
So it'd be a dex check to try and, like, if you're gonna try and do it from a distance, then yeah, just use a dexterity check.
12.
You definitely managed to get it in there, but you don't think you got a whole lot of the stuff. Like, you see that you got, like, maybe about, like a little bit of, like, a teaspoon, but that's about
She'll
it.
try again.
Can't
Okay.
Ro just mage hand?
Shut up! I'm trying to get some entertainment out of it. If worst comes to worst, I'll just take it from you.
Fucking hell, bro.
I can't blame her. Mercy would do the same. A 20.
Nobody asked.
The thing is, I don't think she would think of it if nobody asked.
So, this time you just kind of reel back and fling it forward. And you certainly get a heck of a lot more. Namely, you can now see that inside of the vial, there are small specks of something that appear to be a darker material. You don't know what it is, not from this distance. And clinging onto the vial slightly is what looks to be a rat, which then immediately drops off and then goes back into the goop.
Mercy's gonna pull it in.
Reeling it in, you see the brown and black specks that are moving that are inside of the goop are moving.
I'm
They're
gonna
alive.
quickly put a stopper in it before it can do anything.
Gotcha. You stopper up the vial. You want to take a closer look at it?
I'll take a closer look. With my eyes.
I was about to say, Rose,
Ro's just like, thanks, Chief.
Cool.
Rose the alchemy person.
Do I get to click my new button?
You do get to click your new button. This is technically alchemy.
Ah.
Oh, Mario just showed up.
19.
So, without really sitting down and properly trying to dissolve the liquid and mess around with it, you're not 100% sure. But you would note that it appears to be some kind of a material that softens things that come into contact with it, and the brown-black things that are inside of it are beetles. You aren't entirely sure what kind of beetle, but they're definitely
We got
beetles.
us a certified vial of beetle juice.
That's one.
There it
I'm
is.
quitting.
I
I'm
appreciate
done.
it.
That's all I got. That's
So
all
it's
I got.
basically
To be fair, it was actually
hydrofluoric
very
acid.
good.
That was very good. I'm
Mercy's gonna take the vial back, and I guess I'll pocket it.
I did not think
Yeah.
you were gonna say pocket it. I thought you were about to like
Drink it.
chug it.
Drink it.
And you're like, ugh.
Only one way to
Out
find
of
out.
curiosity,
Beetle
Yep.
juice.
Thank you.
out of curiosity, do you have like a proper alchemy set at home?
Good question.
I'm gonna say no.
How about we
We have
finish
a
up
kitchen.
here and then we ask these questions?
No. I would prefer if we don't have.
I
a-
wide-eyed when I heard that.
I mean,
I don't think Maddie would like.
no.
A disturbance of the force.
I
Sometimes
think
take
Ro-
when
those.
we get back
Ro,
to
in the,
Sister Sing-
Ro doing alchemy in the kitchen would look like she's straight up
Yeah.
cooking meth.
True. I
Do
think- I
not
think when we
cook in
get-
a
Say it would until
kitchen.
Maddie murdered her in the kitchen.
Blonde versus
Yeah.
blonde. This is
It
what.
looked like a meth deal go bad.
This is
then.
what separates the blondes.
I think.
Both
I
cook.
think when we get home, we need to look into finding you. Actually, I have at home in Valecrest. Maybe we can just transfer it over to.
In a bit. Let's.
You
Wait a minute,
probably
wait a minute.
handled the rat soup.
Yeah. Ro, do you wanna?
Yeah,
No,
Do you-
I understand. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
take care of the
Ro,
rat
do you wanna
soup,
turn this
please,
into a
Ro.
solid thing?
I'm so scared because Connor said gelatinous cube earlier. I'm like, but I don't want to do that.
Or it's kind of just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's both.
I mean, if it turns into a gelatinous cube, I'll be honest with you. If it turns into a gelatinous cube, we can just deal with
Oh,
it.
I thought you were gonna
It's
say
a
what
lot
I was
easier
gonna
to
do.
You
We
were
can
gonna
just-
drink it.
No, I was gonna say we can just run.
Ah.
We can leave.
It is trapped.
We can handle. They can handle it. Yeah, I'm a solid. That what? Solidify.
I'm a solid that.
Mood.
I'm a solid dad.
I confused myself.
Don't mind me. I'm a solid dad.
Presto, changeo, go solid.
Solid.
So,
You could always make it a gas.
I could have thought about it.
No.
man, that
Kaya
is bad for
dies
multiple-
right
so,
out.
I will let you know this, Ro. As a general rule of thumb, since you are an idiot savant with alchemy tools, which is the feat you just recently took, you would know as a rule, an object that is becoming solid is cooling. An object that is becoming solid to liquid is probably heating up. An object that is probably going from liquid to gas is also probably heating up, and probably heating up quite a bit. So,
Hey,
fair
want to
warning.
invent some acid rain?
Food.
Want to commit a
but-
war crime against the city?
Wanna kill your
This is Ro's
teammate?
heel turn. Is she just?
No, this is how you turn an entire city into those monsters.
Oh my god. Isn't that the plot of Spider-Man 2?
I don't know.
Amazing
Oh,
Spider-Man 2?
I
Was
watched
that
that in
the
a
Andrew
while.
Garfield one? I
Yeah.
remember one thing about that movie, and it was
The
me
guy's
crying.
doing like
Yeah.
it was either the first one or the second one, but Lizard Man was
It was the
doing
second one.
it was the
I
second
know.
one.
If it was Lizard Man, it
was
was number one.
yeah.
Lizard Man was number one.
I think it was number one. The
'Cause it
point
was the-
being, villain was putting gas all over the city. It was his
Yeah.
plan.
Anyways, turn it to
Um,
stone.
So
Whatever.
using the alter state cantrip. What was
I
that?
would say whatever it might be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Using the alter state cantrip, you would be able to change the form of the green goo from liquid to
Soup
solid.
to Jello.
And in doing so, you hear this distant sound, and you just kind of peek over at the goo a little bit, and you see that you're now looking at this smaller mass of goo that has frozen and become slightly opaque, but it doesn't stop you from seeing the rats and beetles that have become frozen in place inside of this mass of now frozen goo. You would note it is also quite cold, and you can see a faint mist evaporating off of it.
Do we break it? Like an ice sculpture?
What do you think will happen if we break? That's my only genuine question from
Gross.
this.
I don't know. You ever seen a rat break in half?
No?
Do you want to?
Hey, Gail.
What?
Do you want to put the hammer on this thing and shatter it?
What would that
Is
do?
it-
It's
I-
put shards everywhere. That
Why?
Captain
I don't. Wait, can we get closer to it now that it's frozen?
Oh, want to find out?
Yeah. fuck it.
Gail's gonna pop detect magic as we're walking up to it.
So Mercy's going first.
Yeah. Mercy, look, she already so much acid was thrown on her in that one area. What else is new?
So you're walking back onto the catwalk,
Yeah.
right? Make another Constitution saving throw.
Look, homie. Mercy's good for one thing, and it's getting the shit kicked out of her.
You're gonna roll. 2.
Actually, I'm gonna do luck and hope it does better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's much better.
Oh.
Okay. So, as you begin to step forward onto the catwalk yet again, you will take 28 points of necrotic damage.
14.
Halved again, which becomes 14. As you feel more of your body heat kind of sap away. Jace, you detected magic, and you would note that there is a magical presence right on the floor of the catwalk, taking up a good 10 foot by 10 foot area.
Hmm.
This is the cube we were worried about.
Right.
This hurts.
This is so cute.
Gail's just gonna stop. You know, I might not be the brightest one here.
I'm definitely not.
Just saying, but
I mean,
pretty
that's me.
sure
That's me.
whatever that is probably is the same thing that happened today. It's on the floor.
So should we make our own staircase up to it then?
You can do whatever you want. You can keep walking over it. I think it'll be fine.
Well, I could
You keep
attempt.
walking over it enough, it'll
could
probably
attempt
get
to
tired,
dispel it.
and it won't affect Jenny.
I don't think magic works like that.
Are you sure about
I don't
that?
know. I don't know a lot.
You could try. You can keep walking over it. I mean,
Hold on.
I'm not gonna stop
Mercy
you.
wants real quick. Mercy's gonna do a quick insight check on Gale.
yeah.
She feels like he's fucking with her. Nope. She has no idea.
Oh my
Nope.
God.
Mercy's just gonna glare.
Is sarcasm technically deception?
Yes.
19. yeah, no, you're not
Ah,
hard
he's
to
been
tell.
practicing.
Mercy's just gonna glare at him and take a step back.
It's Gail.
There's
I don't
something under the catwalk.
Oh.
How about dispel magic?
How'd
Would you
try
like to
that?
try?
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, okay. Now, are you just casting at base level?
Yes.
Okay. So please roll me the. I believe it's a.
D20 plus your
spellcasting
charisma modifier. Yeah, it's just no. It's
The
a
spellcasting
D20
modifier,
plus.
which is different.
It's D20 plus what you use to spellcast. So like your just the actual modifier for.
So your
Yes.
It's
spellcasting
like plus
modifier.
5 from him.
Yes, spellcasting modifier. The thing I just
Okay.
said.
No, I was thinking. Never mind. I was thinking of a spell attack. Never mind. I'm stupid. I'm also tired.
Welcome
I'm
to
gonna
the
be
Oh,
honest.
natural
I'm
20.
also tired.
Oh damn!
Nice.
Oh,
Hey.
nat 20. All right.
So
Damn.
you would see a brief flash in a symbol that has been cast on the floor, which then disappears.
To be fair, I've had a lot of practice with the spell the past
Can I
2
step
days.
on the area again?
Yeah.
Does anything happen?
Can I?
Okay.
I actually can I can I see where the spell flashed from?
Yes.
Is there a way to like look at it?
Yes.
I just want to know what it
You
is.
can do investigate.
As we're standing there, Mercy's gonna turn around and stick her tongue out at Gale.
It got tired, like I said.
Oh my god. I'm not laughing at you, Michelle. I'm laughing at Mercy, who just went,
Okay.
"Oh, I got hurt. Oh, I got hurt again. Hold on, I gotta find it if it's still there. Oh, I didn't get hurt this time."
She saw Haru just spell magic it, so she figured she'd try to see if it worked.
It's like a toddler touching a hot burner and going, "Ow, that was hot," and then doing it again.
Oh, this thing almost killed my friend. Nah, it's cool if I touch it again.
Hold
Why
on,
the
real
hell
quick.
It's just in the corner, like, I hate you guys.
To
so
explain
much.
why she did it, the first time she thought it was from the vat being a liquid. So that's why she did it a second time, not realizing it was on the catwalk specifically. That's not her being an idiot in the sense of she keeps trying to get hurt. That's her in the sense of an
You just saw it in a
idiot that she
different
doesn't
way.
realize how magic works.
Fair enough.
I actually was thinking the same thing, so I actually I'm not.
So
I'm with you. I rolled a 20.
With a 26 on investigation, you would see that there is ever so faintly on the ground a symbol that has been not carved, but actually put onto the ground itself, made of, I believe it's diamond dust. Let me double check.
Is it inlaid or just put on there?
I believe it's just like put onto
Okay.
it, but it's just nearly invisible from where you're standing.
Can I see?
I take it back.
Okay.
It is a material made of mercury, phosphorus, powdered diamond, and opal. Quite a bit of it.
Can I see if I know what spell this is?
Yeah, that'd be Arcana.
Okay.
You could always write it down too.
Knowing.
Or you could let Ro do what Jill is whispering in the background right now.
Scrape it up. We need it.
Oh, okay. No.
I will say that material has been consumed by the spell.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Most of it would have.
Leave it alone.
The mercury certainly
Never
would have
mind.
oxidized. That's how long it's been there.
So, that
17.
is a spell that is quite eloquently referred to as symbol. A symbol which you can then inscribe in various different ways to cause various different effects, such as death, which causes a very heavy necrotic pulse to hit whoever activates the symbol in whatever way, shape, or form. The symbol takes up a 10-foot by 10-foot radius, so 3 people could step on it very easily.
I would like to preface again, Mercy thought it wasn't this, she thought it was the magic block.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm also going to take a vial. I'm going to scrape in the stuff from the
Did
spell.
you copy down the
and I'm
symbol?
going to hand it.
Happen to draw it in your notebook?
I will say.
Yuri does that, okay?
You can do that. I will say that does not teach you the spell.
No, I know it doesn't teach me
spell
spells.
helps.
It's literally just that.
But it does
It's
help.
literally.
The reason why I don't think it makes sense to her immediately do that is because she also has keen mind. She can do it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but each
she will-
person has different ways of channeling the magical energy, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will also just draw it. Like she does that with symbols and stuff.
Yeah, you would note that the symbol does look to be almost a variation on the yellow sign, which you have seen before.
Well, I will actually, Rudy will actually scrape some of the consumed stuff from the spell.
Jill is out like a light.
I'm
I
awake.
know. And she will actually hand it to Ro.
Poor dude.
To be,
I might not stay awake,
had-
but I'm awake.
Jill's gotten up really early
no,
the
it's
last
okay.
2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
was
look
gonna say
tired as
they've
fuck, bro.
It's okay. It's understandable. And she'll hand it to
so,
Ro and
yeah,
she'll say, yeah.
Ro, you now have a vial of consumed spell components composed of phosphorus, mercury, powdered diamond, and opal, and a vial of.
I already put that in
Beetlejuice,
my
we'll say.
inventory.
That's 3, by the way.
Oh man.
I'm not going to use it now, but I wonder what would happen if I used make whole on the expended
That
components.
is a good question.
I don't think it works like
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it would probably only be like a speck of diamond
Also,
or something.
I want to point out
Fucking
what
nothing.
Maddie just did. I just imagine her doing this in the background while we're all focused on the own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Dolly, you definitely, Maddie can definitely do that. No problem.
Okay.
Just-
okay to that death
Everyone paying
word.
attention to the vat and the fact that Mercy's got herself hurt twice.
Gil's just sitting on the table watching this all happen at this point.
Yeah, I'm not healing Mercy if that's what she's thinking.
Nah.
I have,
Fine.
I have a thought.
So, do we want to go to Cersei now? Because if we go to Cersei now, we're definitely gonna.
Well, the problem is
That
Okay.
is that's
Okay.
assuming.
Okay. So, here's what we're dealing with. He trapped the whole thing. He knew we were coming. He thinks we have. He maybe has a couple days, unless he's scrying on wherever this is here. We should figure out where both of them are. Go from there.
The problem is Mercy can't use the thing.
I mean, you have scrying, don't you?
I do. Okay, I could
Give me paper.
I could also do that. Yeah.
No, hold on. Let's figure this out. Let's get out of here to another building,
Okay.
regroup, and go from there.
Will this
Okay.
stay melted?
It'll probably take it a while.
Or not frozen, I mean.
Hold on. Gail's gonna go up to some rock, gonna use mold earth and throw a bunch of earth on top of
One
the
moment.
thing. What?
Now that the symbol's gone, does life sense detect life still within the frozen block?
From the now frozen beetles and rats? No.
I'm gonna pop divine sense.
They're dead.
Is it undead?
That's tricky. The object itself is not undead per se. It's for divine sense. It's fiends, celestial, undead,
That's it.
and it's
Not
not Fey though.
Fae, there's other stuff
it-
for Fae with paladins.
It certainly isn't undead, but since you did do detect magic, you would note that there is a faint, there's a mixture of two schools of magic coming from it, or that would be necrotic and
Okay.
transmutation. So those would be the two big ones that you'd
Alright.
note. But as for undead, nah, not really.
Alright. I'm just gonna put a bunch of stone over this. And the actual thing itself.
Alright, so Gale, you're going to start sealing it up as
Yep.
best you can. Alrighty. Does anybody else want to start looking around the room itself?
I mean, I'm actually kind of curious if there's anything else that's like not proof. I guess like I want to see if he left anything else behind.
You can certainly do that.
What am I rolling for that investigation?
I'd say investigation, yeah.
25.
So, you wouldn't find anything that's especially important, but you would note a few things that look like they got left behind because they were broken. What you note looks to be two halves of what you can best describe as a meat hook on a stick, a pole that has become corroded on one end quite badly, and what looks almost like a set of calipers that are very long in some way, but the calipers have become bent slightly.
Okay. I'll point that out to people. Do we want to take this, or do we want to leave it here, or?
Take what?
Common tools.
This, I don't know. As like proof or something, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we need proof
should-
of anything, honestly. We just need to deal with it.
We should we should regroup elsewhere. Then
Alright.
now. Okay.
Alrighty. So, you guys, with Gale, it wouldn't take particularly long for you to start sealing over the frozen mass. You guys would be able to start doing that fairly quickly. Are there any other actions you guys would like to take? Dea, Maddie, Haru, anybody?
Nope.
Day is just waiting to leave.
Gotcha.
Waiting.
Wade. Alright. So, if that's the case, you guys finding what seems to be everything you can, you start to make your way up out of this laboratory, back into the abandoned building, where you can see that now there are some snow starting to pile up inside of the building itself. Not a lot, but a decent amount that has started to appear. So, where would you guys like to go? Would you like to go somewhere else inside of the town?
I
Or
would
would you
ask
like
the others, is there a decent magic shop here where I could start acquiring the materials for spell?
Well, I don't think there's a shop per se, but I do remember Gale telling us about. Leston,
Just say it's a black market, Rudy.
Yeah, there's a black market somewhere. I don't remember. I don't know where it is because I didn't. Did
no,
I go? I
it
don't
was
remember
Maury
going.
and Gale.
You did not go.
It was just Maury and Gale, right? Gale went with Morgan, and they had some interesting stuff there. And also, we kind of actually need to get rid of something.
Do we have to?
There. Yes. You need the money, Mercy.
Yeah. Mercy's just gonna pull out the book. I'll miss you. You're so weird. That's pretty much the only reason I liked you, to be honest.
Are you mourning this?
It was so weird!
Well, we'll worry about that.
For the new viewers, the team found a book referred to as the Arcana Sutra, and it is exactly what you think it
It's
is.
been with us for so long.
It's the weirdest book I've ever held in my hands.
We're losing a teammate today.
Bro, would you like to pay respects?
I don't want to touch it.
Can we find somewhere to like talk first before we do anything?
I mean,
There's
that's
a
what Gale
Mothman on the
recommended.
loose, and he might be killing people. Yes.
Let's do that. Let's do that. and
Okay,
then
but to be fair, he was killing people. He killed people before he got put in the thing, so we killed. It
Yeah,
matters.
but now he's better at it.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Just tell everyone to keep their hands.
And we don't
up
know where
like
he's
this.
going. Should we talk to Kyoji?
Just
we should
put your
probably
hands like
yeah.
this the
If he
entire
comes
time.
at you, gotta keep it. You know.
Why
Can't
don't
believe
we?
this is why
why
metal
don't
neck collars
I-
come into fashion.
If you want to go shopping right now, why don't? No?
Let's deal with this.
Yeah, let's just deal with this
As-
first. Let's
I-
make a
I-
plan.
I will say,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
you know that there is an inn.
Yeah, we've been to
It
it.
is, Macho Marty's Mugs. If you guys
God.
want to go there.
I forgot about that.
There's also the
I
nice
didn't.
one.
Let's go to the nice one.
We have more money
Yeah,
now.
Macho Marty's Mugs.
That's not Manchester's mugs.
Come on.
No,
You guys
no,
always
we're
take
not,
away my fun.
We're not going to Marshall Mart. We don't need you to do your freaking Randy Savage impersonation.
Sorry,
We're
Connor.
going to the nice
We have
one.
money
Go to the
now.
bougie hotel.
Yeah, fine. You find that there's a place called the Nightingale Hotel.
Question: do they have a lantern on soldiers?
Say again?
Do they have a?
You.
But
Go
do
ahead.
they have a lantern for lost soldiers?
This is a reference to.
Nightingale, the nurse.
It's a reference to.
She's
Nightingale,
like
Florence
the
Nightingale.
nurse that nurses take the oath towards when they
Oh.
become nurses.
Okay.
She would take her lamp and
Fucking
go out
nerd.
to tents throughout soldier wars and like treat them.
Soldier
You know what I mean.
Soldier boy. You.
Anyways, we go in so we can go buy a room and discuss bullshit that's happening.
You guys make your way over to the Nightingale Inn. You see that there is what appears to be a fairly lovely-looking dwarven lady who is there behind the table, the check-in counter. She will look up at you all and go, "Hello there. Is there anything I can do to help you?"
Are we gonna stay here past, like, we're only stay here for a few hours, right? We're not gonna.
I assume so. I don't want to
Yeah.
spend all
Do you
day
think they
here.
just
Not...
have a meeting room here? It
looking
is
for the
kind of
Mothman.
bougie.
Could
You
we?
have-
Could we borrow a conference room? A-
That was
I was
exactly
thinking
what
it,
I
but
was
I
about to
wasn't gonna
say. I'm
say
not
it.
even gonna lie.
How much?
Actually, I have an idea. No,
How much to rent the conference
We're
room?
looking at setting up a convention specifically for nerd culture.
Private dining room, whatever. Spaces have private dining rooms.
I'm sorry.
Erudite's gonna
I'm
pull
sorry.
out
That was
100
so
gold.
funny. It was so funny.
Erudite's
dude.
gonna pull out 100 gold, and she's gonna be like, "Do you
Don't.
think we could close down the bar?" No.
They have
Hey.
private.
They have
Do you
what?
have a private dining room that we could use? We will pay for
How
a
mu-
meal.
Not really.
How
no.
much does a banana cost anyway? Like $10?
100 gold, Richard!
Marcy's just gonna take Woody's hand and pull it away. Hey, yo, what's the
The hotel room costs like 2 gold
what's
here.
the biggest
come
thing you have
on.
available for us to all get into right now?
I'm gonna say shut down the bar.
She's not gonna do that.
If you're looking for somewhere private to have a conversation, I'm sure that we can find a nice corner booth for you all to converse in. Nobody is present here currently.
That works. It works. Thank you. Let's do that. Come on.
Woody,
I'm still giving 5 gold. I'm
Yeah.
giving 5 gold. Let me get 5 gold. God damn it, let me get 5
You
gold.
can give 5 gold, not 100.
gold. Woody.
I love this. I just want to point out that Rudy, the one who is like the weirdest about money, is like 100
The
gold.
thing is, you're giving.
We'll buy out the
You're giving
bar.
100
Ma'am,
gold.
it is 9 in the
And we
morning.
have
I
Rose
said I was
and
gonna like
Maddie in this
slap
party.
it out of your hands. Like,
It's fine, guys.
Who are both
Rudy,
sitting on
is
so much money.
I will point out. Anyway, okay, it's fine.
What the fuck is happening?
So much.
we're getting a
can't
private booth.
Okay.
Nice
Becca,
little-
I can't tell if you're exasperated or just so tired from laughing.
Yes.
So you guys get yourself a private booth where you can then discuss what your next plan of action is. But it is about an hour and a half in, so I think we'll just take a break right
Alrighty.
there. We'll carry on the conversation in a little bit, and we'll catch up with y'all in about 5.
We're back.
Everything's totally normal.
We're fine.
Welcome back, everybody.
We're absolutely fine. Alright.
I'm extremely
We're playing some
uncomfortable.
D&D.
Welcome to the energy for today. This is just the
Yeah.
energy that we have today.
For those curious on what causes us off camera, we'll eventually tell it in some sort of story time.
Don't fucking worry about it.
We'll clip that later.
Connor's
Don't
still
worry about
raving.
You are still raving.
Connor's so raven.
That's so Raven.
I'll never be able to match Jace's energy. It's true. Nobody's ever able to match my energy.
No one will.
Trust me, this is how I describe Jace. Jace is running in front of us, all going super fast. The only way we can even get a little bit close is in a go-kart.
Wait, there you are.
If
little
that
buddy.
energy is contained for this character in particular. You saw me in the human fall flat stuff, though.
It's when Cody takes too much ADHD medication.
It's fine.
Anyway, take us
Yeah,
back.
we're good.
I wish you guys were at Macho Marty's Mugs, but you're not. You're at a boring inn, getting a
It's
corner
nice
table.
here.
Yeah, well, I don't get to do a Macho Man Randy Savage impression, so it's not as fun
so
for me.
sorry.
Oh my god.
So, you guys have made your way inside, taking shelter from the horrendous blizzard that is now taking place outside. You see that snow is very swiftly beginning to pile up. The window that is just to the right of you guys at the corner table, you can see is starting to well, it's becoming white almost completely. You don't know how long it's going to take, but eventually, most folks are probably going to get snowed in.
Okay, how white are we talking though? Like,
You can still see through it, but there are definitely these spots where, like, the window has become plastered with wet snow and just stuck onto the panes itself.
Hey,
If you're
now
trying-
everybody gets to experience how is visibility.
Yeah. And if you wanted to try and judge how much snow is actually on the ground right now, in the 30 minutes to an hour you've been here, you've already got a foot.
So a third of a row.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if we need to
This is
if
a
we need
blizzard.
to go
I'm
anywhere in
making
the
this clear.
blizzard, I'll carry you.
Yeah, that was not an option. There was no choice there for you.
Yeah.
So.
This is what it would look like.
Full of water walk.
Would water?
Yeah, it does.
On snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
That's-
fuck yeah.
That's why Cody sent the card earlier.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Gale's gonna put on his goggles. Wants to look at the snow with the goggles on.
Oh god.
it's a very wild experience, bro.
Gale's just
Gale.
staring out the window now.
Gale.
What?
We
What?
need to talk, buddy.
Yeah, I can still
you
hear. Don't worry.
Yes, but are you actually listening to us?
Yeah.
We may have
Right,
lost Gale.
anyway.
Anyways. We'll know if he's paying attention if he answers us.
Well, it seems pretty guaranteed now that even Mothman would probably have a hard time in this weather.
He's not. He's probably out of it.
Well,
He's probably out of it. It's just... I don't want to teleport to Susain and accidentally leave him here and endanger people
That's
more. And have
kind of my
to
concern
teleport.
as well, Dea. 'Cause we don't know.
On the plus side,
Sorry, go ahead.
no.
We don't know for sure he's heading to Susain is the problem. We just know he went
Yes.
north.
So on the plus side, I do have scrying. So I can, if I know what he looks like, I can.
Yes.
This is an out of question character for Connor.
Wait. Out of character.
Out of question character.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Look,
We're on the same.
Yes, what were you saying?
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So,
What's up, Chief?
Dea told us that the thing that caused Weirdo to lose his mind was in the north, right? Like the far north.
Yes.
And we also know that our friend in Belmare was also from the far north.
Your friend in Bill. Oh, you're talking about Opal
Yeah,
Dog.
I wasn't gonna try to say the name.
yeah.
And we also know
There.
the north is really cold, right?
Yes.
Then it would make sense then that the wind and stuff wouldn't affect something that was made to work like the things in the north.
Yes.
Mercy's.
That's a fairly logical.
I
argument.
don't know if Mercy would come to that conclusion. I've got all the pieces.
That's a fine argument. There was also one additional detail that was kind of slipped in. If you guys remembered what I said, specifically Dea.
I don't remember any of this conversation.
If
I
you
don't
do so-
remember who's from the
Dea,
north.
Dea, if you want, you can roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Because it was something that you directly
It was
interrupted.
in the note.
Is
That's
it
the
from
thing.
note? All I remember is the outer gods per desire. 19. That's pretty good.
19. The patient that kicked off Andre's great grandfather creating that contraption underneath the asylum
Came in from the north.
came in from the far
Yeah,
north.
I remembered that much. That's why I mentioned it. I have all the.
So he came from the far north. Opal Dog came from the far north. And everything else that Mercy said.
So I'm gonna assume since Mercy has all the pieces that she can reason this because I'm not making any reaches when I say this.
Yeah.
It's not a terribly big jump. You can make that
Alright,
assumption.
so Mercy's gonna say all this out loud and go. So we know that the north is super cold. So even though it's a blizzard right now, there's a fair chance that that's not stopping it from flying.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Fair
that's
point.
okay. Wait, does that mean LaCroix is from the far north?
I don't
Could
know
be.
if he's from the far north or if he just went up there and found it.
Either is perfectly possible.
Well, he's connected to the far north, obviously. It seems he's connected to the far north somehow.
Whatever the case, not the most important detail right now, but we'll file it away for later.
I can scry on the moth thing.
Yes, we should do that.
Can I hit the paper now? Mus is gonna hit it and make the Mothman picture pop up.
There you go. You see the picture of a black fuzz-covered creature that is completely lacking a neck. Head kind of like shoved down towards the shoulders with these bright red eyes. It does have this kind of a almost gossamer wing-like structure behind it that looks like it goes out a good 15 feet easily. So it's a very, very large wingspan. But you would note that it's also carrying on its person. It's not Trotsky.
My dog has a neck. Thank you very much.
You'd also note that it has on its person the leather bandolier with various pouches on its person, as well as at least 2 garrots, one of leather, one of wire.
Okay. Gonna attempt to scry on him.
Okay.
I have it prepared, but I'm just gonna use it. I mean, obviously, I can't do it ritually anyway. Luckily, I prepared that spell today. I'm gonna scry on him.
All right, what's the save?
17. Spread eagle.
What's the thing I roll?
Wisdom.
Got it.
Nope.
It's only an 11.
Cool.
So, you begin to scry on the creature that was once Richard Smith, and you watch as your vision begins to recede slightly, and then it begins to whip through this weather further towards the north until eventually you settle on the site of the creature that was Richard Smith perching in a tree. It is simply hiding up there, kind of pulled back further into the dead canopy, just kind of like sitting there hunched slightly. It currently looks like it's starting to carve something on a tree while it just seemingly waits for something, you don't know what.
Can I look around? Sort of like in his, sort of like in the periphery, because you can look within like I think a
10-foot radius. From where he is up in the tree, you can't get much of a good view.
I just want to see
He
if
is
I can.
he is up in a tree.
Okay. Can I see what he's carving?
It looks like it's just kind of like absent-minded, kind of like scratchings and carvings. Maybe some idle designs, but nothing terribly specific.
Is it snowing?
Yeah.
Where he is, no.
I'm just gonna watch for 10 minutes.
That's fine. You may do so.
And see if anything happens. If anything happens.
Watching for 10 minutes, you would see that he appears to be occupying his time the best he can. Mostly, it looks like he's just biding his time, sitting and waiting. You're not entirely sure what, but he is simply sitting there carving away at a tree while just lounging, more or less. Maybe he's trying to kind of relax. Maybe he's getting some sleep. You don't know what.
Okay. I'm gonna come out of it. It wasn't very useful, unfortunately. He's in a tree. I can't see where. He's in a tree. It's not snowing.
Well, that means he's probably still not in the city, at least.
It's day, isn't it?
It is day.
Do moths only fly around at night?
Generally speaking.
But he took off during the day.
That's also true.
Yes, he's tired.
And we don't know where he's going, so we can't really do anything at the moment, unfortunately.
We can start traveling.
I mean, again, I can just...
In theory, Jill, there is something you could possibly roll your alchemy tools check for on this to get a little bit of information.
Do I need to know what it is, or can I just press the button?
You can just press the button, but basically it's something that you kind of have to try and like figure out through assumption and conjecture.
Schwam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
32.
What was it?
32.
32.
Oh God.
It's one away from an at 20.
Almost
Damn
there.
close.
Yeah.
It's high. So if in theory, this material was, this material meaning the fluid, is able to soften materials in some ways, such as flesh or bone. Taking that with what you saw when it was, well, not what you saw, but what Mercy just saw and described when she observed Richard Smith and Mr. LaCroix, then in theory, the goop could be something that actually allows the physical modification of individuals. And if that's the case, whatever happens next is going to be very exhausting, very tiring for them. So there's a good chance he's just resting because he's tired. He's physically exhausted from whatever happened.
Kind of like being resurrected.
Sleepy. Ro informs everybody. He's tired. Tired, sleepy.
Speaking of sleepy,
His bones were turned into rat soup. He's tired.
Are they still rat soup?
that does sound like a very tiring ordeal.
Okay, well, if that's the case, it looks like we might have some time to figure things out a little bit.
But then we should get
But
to him
why-
fairly quickly while he is still tired.
Yeah, there's a reason LaCroix summoned the storm before he left. It's probably to stop us from following him and catching up.
Well, he went to a place I can't even figure out where he went, and we can't figure it out till tomorrow anyway.
I meant the month.
Well, you said it wasn't snowing
I meant catching up.
where
to
he
Mothman.
was, right?
Yeah.
Then it's safe to assume he's probably not in the immediate city.
Yes.
It might behoove us to see how far north it takes to start getting out of the snow.
It's going to be very hard to travel in this weather. At least for some of us.
Or we could just make a magic
Yeah.
portal.
Physically, it will not be difficult because of water walk.
But it's the cold and the reduced visibility.
I can just.
Well, mostly the cold I'm worried about, because I'm not worried about getting lost, I think. If I'm double checking my ability.
I also have all my
if I
Outlander
have to,
stuff.
I have
Yes.
you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Gale's got his already natural kind of inclination.
Yeah, I'm very good at not getting lost.
Gale, do you think you could
But
guide us
it's
through
the
the snow? Is your nose red?
When it's cold out,
Well, if we've got water walk,
But
we should be able to do it.
It's so cold.
if we move,
Dea, do you want me to summon a puppy and you can cuddle the puppy?
That's not going to help. We'll just move quickly. We'll be fine.
Or do you still want me to carry you even though you can walk? Okay. Mercy will give Ro essentially a piggyback ride as when we step out, but is this all we need to do while we're here?
I mean,
We can come back, but we have this pressing issue. Unless you really need to buy something now.
but
I'm good. I mean,
look,
I just.
before we go, who do we feel we need to go after first?
LaCroix is always
We don't know where the
Moth-
fall
a
is.
looming
We don't know where he is.
threat, but like Rudy said, we don't know where he is. We don't know where Moth is either, but LaCroix
We
is...
have some idea, and he can't teleport.
LaCroix is... Yes, he can teleport, but LaCroix himself I don't think is directly capable of hurting people. He has to do it through the means of other creations.
He is a persistent threat, but Mothman is the more immediate threat. And he knows this, and we know this, and it's just the trap we kind of have to deal with because otherwise more people die.
Exactly.
We also don't know where LaCroix could even teleport to. He could have completely left the continent for all we know.
Yeah, and we won't be able to tell until tomorrow.
We can't do anything about that right now, unfortunately. As much as I want to, as much as I desperately want to, we can't.
Since we can't pinpoint his exact location without some work, I would suggest we try to check out this market that you spoke of. If this is going to take us into the far north, we will need a continual source of warmth, and I believe there are magic items capable of granting that.
I don't think we'll end up in the far north today, however.
We're also not going to the far north right now.
I think he's probably headed to Sursane, and we need to stop him before he gets there.
He is probably resting now. As Rose said, he's probably very tired. So we need something, we probably could try to get it before we go. But again, there's also kind of this giant snowstorm.
Yeah, there's a good chance they won't even have the doors open, quote unquote.
I mean, it was underground.
Gail,
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Black market's closed. It's a snow day. We just can't. We can't.
Gail, do you remember where it was? Because I can just.
I
magic
got a
us
good idea.
as close to that. I can magic it as close to that as possible.
Well, here's the other part. If I can obtain the materials for the spell, then if we are able to catch LaCroix off guard, I might be able to prevent him from teleporting away.
Kind of want to do something, but I need to purchase stuff for it.
Is this stuff we can purchase in Sursane while there's no snowstorm?
Yeah, I mean I want to ask a question, but I need to purchase, stuff for it. Yeah, I can purchase it anywhere. It's not really that.
Do you want to have the materials before we go after Mothman? Either of you.
Mine can wait.
It is not necessary, though. If we don't have to, probably have to order it from the shop, as it will likely take a few days to gather.
If it'll take a few days, we can order it as soon as we get back to Sursane.
And if we are able to find this thing is actually going back to Sursane, if we need a couple days anyway, we could just head it off, get what we need, and hide.
Yeah, that was my thought. That was my thought, to be honest with you. I think we're better off going, because we can find out where he's heading tomorrow, and if he's going to Sursane, if we're already in Sursane, which again will take me. I can do it. Well, I probably can't do it right now because I don't have it prepared for today, and points out the window. There's no way I'm doing it here. Ritually. I don't have space for it. So I can just magic portal us there.
What are you saying?
I have
You
that
can't
prepared.
ride it on the snow?
No, I can't. I'm assuming, Karna, you're gonna be like no. So I'm on that assumption.
It would get covered up very swiftly.
Exactly. So I'm
Right, quick.
I also have but I do also have the tunnel prepared for today, and I still have the ability to do it, and I can just do it into, so it'll be not as expensive to do it into the shop. So if we really need to get over there right now, I can do that.
Bro, I have a dumb question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
I do think we need to warn Kyoji though.
Yeah, probably.
Kyoji. Yeah.
Well, because of your alter state thing, and you can turn stuff into different forms, could you stop snow from falling on yourself by turning it into a gas before it hits you?
Huh.
You'd never have to get wet again.
That's a lot. That's a lot of work.
It would require constant casting of the spell,
That's a lot of work.
since it's not the same snow that's coming down on you.
I love the idea of Rose sublimating snow as it's falling on her. So you guys just hear this constant.
Don't try it.
It
Rose just walking through the winter, just steaming.
I mean, it works.
It would. Hey, Day would have a heat source.
Oh my god. I'm not the only one who suffers from cold. Thank you.
It's a sickness. I too suffer from cold.
I mean, in theory, Ro, you definitely could do something to make heat. It would be remarkably dangerous.
Set yourself on fire?
Well, wait, okay, hold on.
Well,
Hold
no,
on.
the idea
Let me
was
think this.
the idea is simple.
Okay.
Set your clothes on fire.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we
I'm
all
not-
also
you know
have
what?
torches, which are an open source of flames.
Look, shut up, nerd. We're here for the fun answers.
Okay, wait though. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, fun answer. Maddie can polymorph into a warm ape and like
Oh my
carry
God.
all of the cold people.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
You also have the ability to change metal.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me say a thing, please. So what if I just alter whatever snow to water? I melt it, and then it just turns into water.
You
And
very
you're
well
getting
could do
rained
that,
on.
actually.
That's better than snow, and then it's just warm water.
But still cold. Well, yeah, it would be
That's
warm.
worse than snow if the air temperature is below freezing.
Can I ask a quick question that's kind of related but not fully? You can change the state of
Yes.
human/beasts, right?
I will change you into a liquid.
Okay.
I'll make some boy soup.
No.
Jill, I know you can't
God,
see
his
Connor's
face is just like-
Yo, what the fuck?
Hot boy soup.
Jesus fuck, bro.
That's gonna
Goddamn.
melt a person.
What the fuck, bro?
Connor, you're the one who put that she can do it to human/beast material. That's on you.
Yeah, I know.
And technically, I'm immune as a shape changer.
There you go.
Haru gets out alive.
No Haru soup today.
That's great, guys. This is fucked up.
Anyway.
Guys, it's like a witch hunt. Guys, I have a test for seeing who is a kitsune or a changeling.
We're gonna try and.
If
we're
they
gonna try
die,
and
they're
melt
not a
your
kitsune or a
bones.
Nobody
changeling.
expects
Oh
that.
god. Okay.
Oh god.
Well, are we okay? Anyway.
Are you sure that melting people's bones is the only way to find out if they're a kitsune?
Yeah.
Yes. Moving
Yes,
on.
absolutely.
Next question.
Speaking
I
of
mean-
Kitsune, I will say we do really need to find Kyogi because we do need to warn him.
Kyoji.
Yes.
Kyogi. I'm sorry.
This is a joke, but this is exactly how they did like witch trials and
I know.
stuff like
I know.
that.
I know, we've all seen Monty Python.
Anyways,
Okay, so here's our paths, I think. Option 1, we go after Mothman on foot, hope to catch up on his trajectory. 2, we teleport to Susain, we attempt to cut him off, hoping he's going to Susain based on where he got arrested. 3, we go through the snow to go talk to Kyoji, and then we do one of the other ones.
I think 3 is a good option.
If he is resting, a short period of time will not make a difference.
Yes. However,
It
we
was
still
like
have to travel through the snow and it's very cold outside. Anyway, if we're gonna do it, let's go. Let's get over with. Do I remember where the cop station is?
cop station.
The cop station, the guards.
Cop house.
Is everybody dead tired today?
I can't think. I'm not that tired, but I'm at the brain space where I can't remember words.
If I told you what I've ate today, I would get yelled at.
Yes, you.
I already know that I'm gonna yell at you later. Okay.
It's 6 pieces of chocolate and a Coke.
I'm just
What the
trying to
fuck is
keep
wrong
us
with
on path. I'm trying to keep
Yes.
us focused.
Let us depart then.
Yeah.
What?
We're leaving Maddie.
gonna
Don't worry
Okay.
about it. We're gonna go see
Oh,
the police captain.
Okay.
As we
okay.
stand up, does Gale follow her? Do we have to drag him away from
No,
the
no,
window?
he's gonna be able to see the snow outside.
Yeah, Gail was already paying attention to the conversation.
Yeah.
I took the glasses off.
Before we go out into the snow, do we remember where it is?
Yes,
do-
you would know where the guard station is.
Okay. Just need you to know so we don't walk outside and go, what?
What?
I mean, I assume we're not
Okay.
too far if this is a hoity-toity bar.
You're not terribly far away from it. You'd be able to hunt down one of the guard posts pretty easily. You guys make your way outside and are immediately blasted by the cold and immediately blasted by the wind. It is awful.
Gail's gonna take the
You guys do have water walk. That is
bearskin
good.
cloak that he got for his birthday and put it around Maddie. So she has bearskin cloak.
Oh.
It's probably a little too big, but it'll work. It's Gale size, so yes, it is very big.
Oh god.
But it is full on like black. It is a full on black bear cloak.
Big boy.
Should help.
You
Yeah.
help quite a bit, to be honest.
That's it. That leaves Jaya and Rudy, because Mercy's holding Ro, and Mercy's already kind of adapted for the cold.
I mean, couldn't she share a bear cloak with someone?
Ro is swaddled like baby.
I mean,
You could potentially fit Day. I mean, if it's Gale sized and Gale is.
Yeah, you could fit it. Yeah. I'll suffer. It's fine. Rudy will.
all I'm
suffer.
imagining is Maddie looking at her.
Whoa, hold up. Who's getting stuffed here? I beg your pardon?
What?
Stuffed.
Someone said...
I think that's what it was. I have no idea.
Okay.
Whatever.
Anyway.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
We're just
Don't
moving.
stuff
We're moving
people.
on.
I was just imagining Maddie
Rudy.
doing this.
Rudy is the only very, very cold one. Rudy suffers.
Will help as much as he can. He'll be in Backstrom on your head, so to at least be like a hat.
Like a hat.
I mean, 90% of your heat loss is from your head anyway, so
Gail, you
just hustle.
Gail, you can see through this, right?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay.
I got heat vision now, y'all.
You can.
I can see.
It's all
infrared.
cold.
Let's fucking go.
Fun news. It's all
so
cold.
I will point out. So basically, your visions are all definitely better than normal. So you guys can see a fair a little ways, but your vision is still like 10 to 15 feet. It's your vision has become pretty terrible just by the liberty of the snow blowing everywhere. With that said, I do love the idea of the heat vision goggles.
Okay, I was looking
I
around.
do love
Alright,
that.
that's a window there. We'll avoid the houses there.
Just see like an outline.
You guys have Gale lead the way, having him just kind of trudge through the snow to make the way.
Everyone
for
hold
everybody.
on to a piece of rope so we don't lose anyone.
We could do that.
Like,
No, we just do a conga
like
line.
legitimately,
Conga line.
everyone hold on to something on each other. I know that sounds.
I think conga line.
As there was a pretty heavy blizzard in New Hampshire at one point, so that's not a bad idea.
Here's
Already
the funny
doing it.
thing, too. So I have Outlander, so I'm not gonna lose my way because it's not by magical means, and I still have the out of combat movement from.
So you can make it a fair distance. Part of me does wonder if it is technically still magical because it's from control.
Okay.
But even then, I'm not going to be that much of a stickler, so don't worry about it.
Can I dispel the sky?
I mean,
fuck you!
Old man yells at
Technically,
sky.
I mean,
Rudy just like, no.
I actually did bring this up in the Discord like a week ago, where technically to prevent people from just being able to dispel very large area of effect spells, I think the rules as intended is you need to know the exact location it was cast, the exact area it covers,
it's something
or
like
target
that.
the caster.
It's something like that. I'm not terribly bothered because I don't think you guys are going to try and dispel the sky.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know exactly what comic you're thinking of, Dea. Becca.
Yeah, the Korean high school senior. Whatever.
Jill just gets more and more covered up as time goes on.
So you guys make your way over towards one of the goth
houses.
Goth house. Is that just Gail's house or Jace's house?
This is my house. Anyway.
Let me die, please.
This is the energy we got. Any little thing, just I'm on it immediately.
Everybody's making fun of me.
Oh no! If we were making fun of you, we'd bring up the fountain again.
That
Got
is
you
there.
there.
Hey guys, do you think the fountain's frozen over?
All of you guys are sluts. I hate you.
Mountain, what about the well?
Shut the fuck up. This game is over. Rocks fall. Everybody dies.
Thank God, I'm taking a nap.
Oh shoot! It's over. I can go get McDonald's.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
We win.
I rewarded them. Oh, damn it. Jolly, I actually just posted the full comic in
Oh, you found it?
Maze. Yeah.
Yeah, that one! That's what I was imagining!
So, making your way towards the guard post, you'd find that there are a few guards outside frantically trying to, like, shovel snow away and make something like a path. You see one of them has, like, picked up a shield and is like, It's like trying to shovel away as best they can. And they all look like they are suffering in this weather right now, to put it simply.
Gale has 2 shovels. So Gale is going to start dual handling shoveling as they're going to help like move snow out of the way.
Gale is the street plow.
Yep. And like scooting along.
So Gale starts dual wielding shovels.
The best part is suddenly there will be a large step down for everybody because we walk on top of it. It's like,
So,
whoa.
Gale, you just start basically like snow plowing through the roads. You make a pretty decent little section for folks to actually walk through, which I believe the guards would look at you and go, "Oh,
it's all right,"
as they watch this mountain of a man just start making their day just a little bit easier.
Do any of them recognize us?
These 2 would not know.
Okay.
Dea was in a disguise, but
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask one of the guards.
So was Erudite, I believe.
and Maddie.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
Maddie was also when we went to go see the captain. It was me, Rudy, and Maddie,
And we were all. Never mind.
and we were all in disguise. I think.
Can we'd like to speak. Is the captain in?
I think so. He should be somewhere around here. He didn't seem terribly bothered by this, but he just like knocks the door open with the butt of his hand. Is the captain in? You hear a voice from inside go, "Yes." He's in there. Go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck, it's cold. This sucks.
It's not bad.
Who would ever go to the north?
It's not bad. Gale's gonna help
really.
shovel. Gale's gonna help shovel out front.
Dea goes inside as soon as he's like, yeah, these in. She's like, fucking man, out of here.
So you guys hustle your way in as fast as possible, hiding from the cold like most Floridians. You guys would see that the guards who are currently inside of this place are doing what they can to try and make it as warm as possible. They have this small little tin box stove inside of it, and they're just tossing wood inside of it to try and make it as warm as possible to keep this place comfy. And they all seem very unhappy and unpleasant and displeased about the current situation, with the exception of one, and that would be the dark-haired, kind of mustache, thin mustached man who is currently sitting back at his desk, just kind of rubbing his chin slightly, who seems completely unperturbed, just totally fine with it.
Kyoji.
Yep.
Hello there. You are the individuals who are here.
Yes.
It must have been a year ago. Correct?
Yeah.
Just about, I believe.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh god, it's been a year since we killed my brother.
Cool.
Sorry.
Don't.
It has been some time, and It is nice to see that you have brought terrible weather with you.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think this one's our fault.
It's fine.
I can't. It depends on
We
who you
didn't put the
ask.
bat under the city.
So.
Would you like to say that
What?
one again?
Bats.
No, I heard that the first time. What did
So
you
many
say?
bats. They're just all over. Bats, man.
Bats, they're everywhere.
Bats. It's crazy.
We have some things you need to look out for, and we're here to tell you about them before we go chase after them.
Well, I would appreciate that. I would also appreciate some better attempts at lice, as I do not believe there are many bats in my city.
No, you're right. They're under. It's under. It's, you know.
Ro, he's really good. You shouldn't lie to him.
You
He's
are-
really good
you
at
are not
sniffing
good
out
at this.
lies.
You are
He's
not
very-
well.
I'm not.
Well, to be fair, Ro is actually really good at deception
say,
as well. She has,
Yes,
what,
I
a
know.
plus
Two
12?
people you're talking to.
It's because she's cold.
Looks him dead in the eye. It's fucking bats.
It's bats, fucko.
Bats.
Look.
No bats, just bats. It's rat soup.
We should tell him the truth anyway.
So, what is the problem?
Actually,
Yes,
I was gonna say,
Jace.
since Gale's helping shovel, Gale's gonna grab if they have like a tower shield available. I don't know.
Snowplow
Yeah,
Gale.
Gale's
Keep
gonna
going.
take like entire like
Ah,
tower shield
whoa, what the
fulls
fuck?
because I'm assuming it's human-sized tower shield, not a Fearbulk-sized tower shield, and just start
Connor, what are you
scooping
doing?
snow against the building to help insulate it and move it out of the way at the same time.
Gotcha. I'm
Connor-
making a marker for Macho Marty's mugs.
It's not
Yeah,
that big.
Okay.
Brother.
It's a very weak.
Oh,
letter.
shit. Maddie. Jolly's right.
Mm-hmm.
I do have prestidigitation too, so I think both of us could have done it.
Yes. I didn't want to say anything.
I knew, but I just still mad.
You know, that's valid, Jolly.
So, what is this problem? Also, Jace, make me an athletics check.
I'll let that happen.
Do you want to have this in front of all your guards, or do you want to go into your office?
26.
There is a door. You may close the door.
Yeah. Just gonna close that.
As you guys hear the distant sound of somebody outside going, as Gale is shoveling and piling snow onto the outside of the guard tower like a fucking abstract art igloo, basically.
So,
So,
to kind of give a brief overview, there is a very dangerous man who we think has teleported away from the city, so he's not currently a problem. His name is LaCroix. He likes yellow.
I
Eh.
have been notified of this man. The
Yes.
constabulary have arrived and told me.
Good. Okay, that makes this really a lot easier to explain. So he was here, he's no longer. But what he did do was create a monster out of a serial
Do you
killer.
remember? You might not know this because you're down here, and I don't know how long you've been in this country. Did you know the serial killer Richard Smith?
Also known as
I
the
heard
Strangler.
of the news.
Yeah, it was him.
That guy. So now he's a flying moth person. And we think he's heading north to Saint. So we're gonna try and catch up to him. But we wanted to warn you in case we're wrong and or he doubles back or
Also,
something.
there's a
As
giant bat under the city.
yes. We did our
Oh,
best to take
There's a
care
giant.
of that.
There's a giant vat under the city. Ah, I thought it was a giant bat.
That too.
Oh, you could have. Fooled me.
It's both
Really.
actually. There's two. The bat is guarding
You know, Short One, you're lucky that you are attractive, as lying is not your strong suit right now.
If I wanted to lie to you, you wouldn't know it.
Try me.
Okay, you can't just look at somebody and go lie to me because then you're gonna know.
No,
Smart guy.
no. 2 truths and a lie.
That's so much thinking.
Fuck!
Ro, vulnerable to thinking.
I could literally give you 3, but we're standing here in the same room as him.
Rain check. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna lie the pants off you.
Someone give me a piece of paper.
In Sylvan, I will say, still perched up Rudy's head, we do have the image of him from Mercy. It might be good to share that.
This man will understand you.
Images are always helpful. Now, brother, I would appreciate if you would drop the form. It is difficult to hold conversations with small furry animals.
Racist.
He is a kitsune,
I know.
Becca.
I know.
Yes.
It's a joke.
Racist.
It's a joke.
You dope.
Rudy, I just assume it's regular.
This is good to hear. I do appreciate your information. Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
God, Kyoto.
Remember that thing about the weirdest?
I think you.
Yeah,
I
remember that thing
think
about the weirdest fucking energy today,
you've broken
Jack?
them.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I didn't expect that.
No, we're not laughing at you two.
What?
I said something really mean, so I muted it.
Oh.
Jill's
And
dying
now-
because of
Jill's
it. I
not
watched you guys
laughing,
react.
She's just angry.
I can't believe Jill is
What I
dead.
said was, I turned to Jill and I looked at her and said, when he said not used to talking to small furry creatures, I said, we talk to Bo all the time.
That is very mean.
You know,
She's
I
not
kinda-
furry.
I kind of thought that's what you said, actually.
I've been there.
This is what I hate.
Like
Ban
most,
her on Twitch.
like most hobbits, Ro never shaves her feet.
I mean, to be fair, you are a
No, she
hobbit.
does.
None of you have ever, canonically, none of you have ever seen Ro's feet.
I
Ro
drew
doesn't
Ro-
have feet.
I drew Ro's feet. We haven't seen
Ew.
it, but I.
Becca has. Nobody else.
I shared the art too.
Nobody's seen it. Redact it. Censor it. No free feet.
It's shaved. You told me she shaves
no
it.
free feet pics.
Okay, well, it's okay. Just
God, oh God, this game out of context. Just
Anyways.
Look, I have to appeal to all fetishes. We've got the
oh,
furry,
no,
Anyway,
stop! Let's continue.
Let's
New rule.
Want
We
to
get
play
rid of
the
Connor's
game.
DM, we install Jace.
No.
Yes, I vote for yes.
How would
Yeah,
this
I mean,
go
I'm-
any? Well, I know how it would go different. Yeah,
I don't trust that.
yeah. Take your pick.
anyhow.
Still be bad.
Yeah, so we've told him.
So we will do what we can to deal with this object.
It's.
Why is he turning?
I don't
German?
know. You did it.
I don't know. You've been German for the past like 10. I just haven't said anything.
Very well.
The bat is. Well, the bat's kind of taken care of. Oh, it's not a liquid anymore. It's a frozen block.
And it's under
Right.
rock.
A
don't
friend
know.
outside sealed it in rock after it was frozen,
I don't
and
know if it's
the
gonna stay frozen.
the magical charm guarding part of that room has been dispelled.
Well, that is That is good to hear. We will contact some mages and the like to assist us.
That's probably for the best.
And we'll send you a message if we did take care of the moth person.
Do as you like.
Yes.
Do as you like. Now, I have no bounty to offer, as there was. I did not know this was occurring.
We didn't come to you to get something out of it. We're just trying to protect the people.
Yeah, we're also already on a job for Oh yeah, we weren't wearing these last time.
We're already getting paid for this.
Yeah, this, and Mercy's just gonna wave the blue cloak. We weren't wearing these last time. Because we were told we weren't allowed to, but this is official blue cloak business.
How is everything in the last year or so?
Cold. Very cold.
Has it been cold like this always?
Oh, no. It has
No.
been much of the same.
That's better than bad.
Say what you will. It is, boring. Boring for
How's
the
the
most
new
part.
church?
It's fine. Turo Mendes is a decent man.
Remind us to not let Gale near that church again.
Again, if we're going to do anything here, it's going to that place and then leaving. So.
Not that I don't trust Gale, but the last time I saw him near the priest, he was choking him.
We should go. If there's anything else.
Oh, do you need wood scraps for your fire?
Do I need to report a assault?
No, it's fine.
No.
Attacking the priest?
Nope.
No,
it's
Hold
taken
on.
care of.
Technically,
Don't
if the
worry.
priest didn't report it, you can't do anything about it.
What's the statute of limitations on that?
Don't tell me what I can and can't.
This is the guard captain.
No, it's fine. There's nothing. It's fine. It works.
He's not.
Let us
fine.
just
He's not even a citizen of this country.
We gotta go.
let us return
We're
to
going
current
now.
pressing
You say that like
matters.
you
I know I'm not. I'm
like,
above the
I'm
law.
like at Mercy. I'm like tugging at Mercy, like Mercy. let's
Wait,
go.
I do have a
Let's
genuine
go.
question. Do they
Stop.
need wood scraps for the fire?
We should have some logs. It gets cold.
Okay.
So they try to keep some
That's
logs.
why I've
nearby.
got wood scraps, so I figured I'd ask.
Which, that is fine.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have no worries. It is only chilly.
You're also from the north.
I know you.
Yes.
Fucking foxes.
This is
I know you
actually
hope to
fairly
never see us
common
again,
weather.
so, I think we're gonna make that. We're gonna make good on that. Hopefully, we'll
I hope for you to not bring trouble to Aardglass. Aside from that, I don't care.
Didn't bring
We just
it.
investigated the trouble that was already here.
Every time you appear, there is something going wrong. There is a blizzard now. There
We
was
didn't bring
a
it. We're
ship full of
following
cultists.
it,
This sounds familiar. Didn't our
Kyoji.
boss tell us the same thing earlier?
Yeah, we seem to have a little bit of a problem with bringing trouble wherever we go.
Maybe.
We're not the one
Say
who
what-
chose
Maybe we
this
should just stop
location.
investigating and let them.
Look, say what you will. There is some hex following.
No, let's.
If we just stop doing things, people will start calling us and be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be mean to you
Yeah.
guys."
Let them die for a little bit and figure it out on their
A
own.
little bit. Then we come in.
Okay, we're gonna go now. We're gonna go now.
We're going. Thank you for your time.
I just like pushing pushing out.
Yeah, Kyoji has like this kind of like faint amused smile on his face.
I apologize that my companions seem to get a bit snappy when they're cold.
I'm not cold, motherfucker. I don't get cold.
I'm very cold.
I'm always angry.
We're all just complaining in the
They
police.
are very weak to it,
Question:
aren't they?
Are we going to go to magic? Secret magic place.
Magic Mike's.
Oh god, I wish we were going to the magic.
Yeah!
I'm okay with magic.
Secret
Mike. Wait,
marketplace.
no, is Big Dick Richie there?
Is that in the
This
back
is important.
of Macho Man's place?
Is it? Can we go there?
No.
If it's there, we'll go.
Retcon it. Put it in the game.
So this is
This is America.
You guys are a very interesting sort. Don't look at
We're getting nothing done this session.
So it is not near Macho Marty's. Don't worry about it, dear. It's fine. Yeah, just vibing. That's D&D. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Also, is the live screen black for anybody else?
Nope.
Oh, network error. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
I got it pulled up. Haven't even dropped a frame today.
No, it was something that happened on my end. Anyways, you guys would know that there is a hidden entrance to the black market. Actually, let me. Oh, why do we know? I copied it all over here. I have it here now. Hooray! You would know that there is a certain way to get down into the black market, by finding a hidden entrance that is near an abandoned building. Gale, you'd be the last person to go over there. So, do you want to try and lead the team to it?
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
All
Give me a
right.
survival check.
Come on, get.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. It's somewhere over here.
It's a secret and yeah.
As you go wandering into a blizzard, trying to find another entrance to a black market.
Hey, Gale.
What?
Question.
What?
How far beneath the earth do you think it was?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you think you could, in theory, just move some earth and make us wind up in the tunnel?
I mean,
we could burst through sewers or
say-
make other problems.
I have another. I was gonna say, Mercy, can't you use your map to find secret entrances?
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah.
wait, what
I
are we?
can do that.
Wait, what are we finding a secret entrance to?
The black market.
Oh, that's my bad. I forgot that a couple blocks back. We should
Wait,
probably
Gale,
go
I have
back.
a question. Did you get distracted by the colors?
There were these footprints I was following. They were interesting.
Were there ours?
Oh no, these aren't ours. They're smaller.
Okay.
I know
Are
what.
they cat
I know what.
footprints?
Checking.
I think.
We're following a cat.
Are they approximately my size?
Close to that. There weren't any big ones, so I knew it wasn't ours.
Mercy's bringing out the
I
map.
got distracted. Is there a cat nearby?
Do you want there
Can
to
I
be?
look for a cat? Can I look for a cat?
Just bring Jim. No, don't bring Jim. Jim back. No, not to the magic mark.
No. As Gale is looking, Mercy's going to quietly open the book behind him.
You open the book and you're summoning Jim, aren't you?
Who else would I summon,
You
Moraine?
miss your fuck.
Oh, hey. What
Gale,
are
I
you
found the
doing
cat.
here?
What the hell
It's
is this?
Wait.
Fuck
Mercy's
this.
gonna dump him onto the ground.
No. Jim begins just like digging his claws into you.
Ow.
Okay, send him back, please. Don't
I
do
was
this to
enabling
him.
Gale's cat-looking mission, and I found it. And she's gonna shut the book.
Okay, now close.
Can I look for a cat real quick while Mercy's doing her thing with the map?
Please.
Alright.
You
Is
certainly
it
can.
perception or what am I rolling?
It'd be perception. Like perception is if you're just trying to
Alright.
like spot one. Survival is trying to track.
I'm gonna look for one first. Oh, it's a 20.
Okay. That's a 20. You do see a cat. It is not outside. You see that perched up in one of the eaves of what looks to be almost like a small house is a cat that's just kind of like hunched in there, just kind of like scrunching itself down. It looks very unhappy, like most animals in the cold.
Can Gale coax it down? Yeah.
Rambling, if you want.
Gale's also gonna try and talk to it, just like I can give you some place warm to be.
Gale adopts a cat.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll give me advantage or not, but
it will. It
Okay,
certainly lowers
yeah,
the check.
I got
I'll
a
tell you
10.
that much. It will hastily just kind of climb down onto you and then start perching on you. And
Gale
waiting.
will put up his hood just so that way he can tuck the cat in on his shoulders.
Question, Connor, what does this cat
So you got-
look
you
like?
ha-
You didn't describe.
This is a kind of a calico-looking cat. It's got these white spots on its body, both these regular white splotches and these kind of like orangish ones as well. But the main pattern of its fur is actually kind of this black and orangish, kind of like stripy pattern on it. It's a little pudgy.
You literally put Houdini in the game just now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want to see if she's in the
So-
hallway?
That's a very interesting color thing because most cats that are orange are male and most calicos are female.
Yes.
Yeah, Houdini. And then there's Houdini.
Gale's gonna scratch its head as
Who's
we're
literally
going.
in the game now.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Map.
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 Gale, do you want to give it some jerky?
Oh yeah, Gale's gonna just take out a little bit of jerky. All right.
Gale, is he coming back with us?
I have no idea.
If it wants to.
I'm not sure it's fit for the adventuring
No,
life.
it can just stay at the house with the rest of the animals.
I have a cat too, you know.
Have you
It
seen
doesn't
our
come
house?
with.
We have a zoo. We own a
Look,
zoo.
Maddie has a sheep. I've got a couple dogs.
I've got a mushroom.
Gale's got a mushroom. Oh, and there's also Maddie's
Oh yeah, there's
plant.
Bonnie too.
There's no bird.
There's
I
a
don't
raven.
remember what the plant's
There's
name was.
My cat. Houdini! There she is.
Lonnie?
It was Lonnie.
Isn't it Lonnie?
Lonnie, yeah, that's what I said.
You lost her.
We have a lot of them.
Oh, bye Houdini.
Okay, so the map, are you
You
finding
dropped a
anything?
sack of bricks.
Houdini attempted an escape.
That's
action.
actually how she got her name. They had them quarantined off
Oh,
into a
really?
back room, and they had it like completely baby gated, and she kept getting out. So she got named Houdini because she kept escaping.
Aww. He's so
Aw,
cute.
Little baby.
The little baby's now in our game.
Now she's trapped.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's shut in the room. She can't leave.
Good luck getting out.
So
Until she starts chewing on the
No
cords.
way in. No way out.
So the map.
So you guys can roll a perception or investigation check if you guys want.
I will roll an investigation.
On my
check.
map,
To try and like figure out where it is.
I am
I'll
gonna-
do perception because we're both looking at it. Nope.
I'm in.
Actually-
I'm in strength.
Nah. I'll leave it.
27.
I got a 9.
27. So a little bit of investigating and using the map kind of as like a reference tool. Eventually, you guys will be able to find where you're pretty confident this place is supposed to be. You see that it's kind of tucked away in one of the back, kind of towards the back in a cluster of a lot of abandoned, closed-off buildings, and it just looks to be a rundown-looking house.
Out of curiosity. Okay, go ahead. Finish.
Inside, you find that the building is completely empty, save for a fireplace and several, what was it, 2 candlesticks, one on either side of the fireplace.
Before we enter, I have a really weird request.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a rock or like something I can pick off the ground, like a rock or some random like scrap or something?
You're just looking for a rock?
I'm looking for an item. I'm looking for an item, just sort of like
So
something
you
that
can
I
cast
can
teleport on it and come back.
Exactly. There we
You'd
go.
be able to find just something.
Yeah,
you
I
can
just
pick
want
up.
like something I can just. Okay, I will put item from Aardglass. Okay.
Yeah, like you use like a stone or something like that, because I know what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, I need to start doing that. So.
Could take like a nail from one of the abandoned buildings nearby.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
putting an item from Aardglass. Like literally, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Thank you. That's it.
Gail, do you remember how to get in?
I mean, wouldn't it be the candlesticks? Usually, secret things have like.
I don't remember how we got in last time. I don't think it was the proper way.
Can I
It
investigate?
was not.
Can I investigate to see if it's the
You certainly
candles?
can.
If I remember it, I think you guys actually pulled down part of a wall or something.
We broke out
Yes,
the back of
they
it.
did. They
Aye.
broke in.
Yep. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Sure, they'll be happy to see you again.
15, not great.
That's a word for it, all right. 15.
Yeah.
You know that it's definitely one of the candlesticks, but with your investigation check, they both move, and you don't know what happens if you pull the wrong one.
Dea, you're better at this than I am. I'm not a sneaky person.
Dea's
good at hiding
huddled
that.
under the like bear cloak with Vaddie, and she's just like, "Fuck off! I'm cold."
Do you want me to just pull one and?
You heard her.
Do you want me to just pull one and see if it hurts me?
I will point out, we're inside now, so it's probably not as cold, but okay.
They're wimps. What do you expect?
I will remind you, these can be pulled from a distance.
From a distance.
Oh, do you want to mage handed it?
No, you should pull it yourself, see what happens.
Look, I'm just soaking up damage. It's my only job right now. Well, pull the right one with mage hand.
I will.
Pull the lever!
I'll pull the.
Wrong
I'll
lever!
pull whichever one you guys want me to pull. Which one?
The right.
The right? Okay. Do that!
Gail has
The
already
right one or
backed
the
up
correct
away.
one?
I mean, Rose a distance away if she's using mage hand.
Yeah.
Gail's like, fuck
I'm
this.
not getting anywhere near this.
Gail's like, this is dumb. Which one are you pulling? Right one or
Right.
left? Right one? Okay. You pull on the right one, and you watch as it just... There is a small mechanism that kind of drops down and goes... And something fires loose. And embeds itself in the wall behind you guys.
I guess try the left.
And then I pull the left one.
Pulling the left-hand side, you find that the interior of the fireplace opens up with a...
Found the right one.
exposing a staircase.
My thing just like restarted. My roll 20 just restarted for me.
It did?
Yeah, it's so weird.
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't. I just restarted for me. It's very weird. Anyway.
So down.
And we now know what happens if you pull the incorrect one.
True.
So, you begin making your way down into the black market of Aardglass. The stairs leading down head that way for quite a while. And you find yourselves deep, deep underground by the time you finally find a circular hallway that leads to... Let's see. There will be 3 other hallways that lead off in different directions. And
I'm sorry.
Jay, stop yawning. And 4 closed doors inside of this area.
Do you remember anything about what happened? What was here?
There are shops.
I'm just gonna go into the one on the right.
Well, I don't remember which, and they all have some sort of symbol. I got this, and Gil's gonna pull through. I got this from one of them. Oh, there's a place with hats.
What did you pull up?
It has a really cool hat. I remember that.
That's right. I forgot
We were
about
really
that.
poor when we were here last time.
One of those illegal
Aye.
haberdasheries.
The hats are actually the only thing I remember.
Oh, I remember the spells. I remember the magic.
And
I
the one of
remember-
them was a Yuan Ti person. But
I
Dea
remember in the
wasn't there.
Pathfinder game, my kobold wandering around down there.
Don't tell them
Alright.
Anyway.
that I'm reusing
We already knew you
material.
were reusing material.
No,
It's
Shut up,
universe you
sluts!
created. I'd expect you to reuse stuff that was good.
Yeah.
If you're reusing it, it was
Yeah,
bad.
she
I don't know
was
what
a
you're doing.
delight.
So anyway,
Shop on the left. Door on the
Sure.
left. All the way on the left.
So door on the left, you find that it is a sign above the door that says White Snake, and it has a picture of a potion.
Why do I have a feeling this has poison?
So an alchemist.
Oh, alchemist. Do you think they have an alchemy toolkit you could steal?
I don't want to steal from these people. It's scary down here.
You don't like being underground.
Wow. Astute observation.
Do we want to go to the potions? Do we need to go to the potions?
What are we here for?
Selling a book.
We're selling a book, and they told me there were spells out here that were.
It's probably
Okay, so if we're selling a book, we probably don't want to sell it to a potion maker.
Okay. So what's the other door?
Potion seller.
There's 4 doors, you said, right? Hunter?
There
It's
are
like a
4 doors,
sedan.
yes.
So. So one on the left, all the way on the left, is the potion. So what's the second door from the left?
So continuing along the circular hallway, the next door is a sign that has the painted picture of a standing mirror, and it is labeled "The Man in the Mirror."
I think that's the one with the hat.
Do you want to see the hat?
I mean, we can if you want to see the hat.
I don't think we can sell a book to a man.
I mean, you can turn the book into a hat.
I mean, true.
Not sure what the use
Oh, I
of
don't
that
know
would
either.
be.
It's just a thing you can do. I'm sure you can turn anything into a hat if you try hard enough.
Maybe it turns the book into a VR headset.
Let's double back and see what the other doors are.
So the third door from the, I guess the second door from the right now. So it's like the third door from the left.
Yes.
I made
My brain was
stop.
reeling for a second there.
Made
I
Connor's
apologize.
brain stop.
The next one is a picture of a kind of like a metal banded mask and a tuxedo, and it's labeled as the tuxedo and the mask.
Oh God. Why?
Why not?
Okay. I don't know what that is. Could that be them? Should we
What's
see
the-
what this is? Let's see
What's
what
the
the
fourth
door is.
one?
Yes.
It is a sign with the painting of a book that has leather bindings around it, keeping it shut, and is labeled.
I could be
the
wrong, but I think that's the one.
Yeah, let's.
Maybe we
You
sell
know what's really funny?
the book in a place that has
I
a
got
book
talked
in it.
over, but I said I opened the right door, and it was the one on the far right. So
Oh.
no, I
sorry.
guessed. I was just fucking around. Must have...
All right. So let's.
Oh no, I was just. It's irony.
Alright.
No, you just have good instincts.
So, you guys make your way inside, and inside, you find that there is what appears to be a large snake-like individual with a cobra head and tail, coated in scales, with no noticeable nails on their hands. Inside, the store is full of tomes, scrolls, and other unpleasant-looking objects and artifacts. And she will look over at you and go, "Yes, how may I help you?"
We have something you might be interested in.
And what would that be?
Mercy's gonna set the book down on the table.
I
And
thought they were
what is
fucking
this?
selling this.
I hate you.
And they will pick up the book and very gingerly hold it in their hands, turn it over. No, I can hear my own voice. Shut the fuck up, me. Sorry. Looks to be in good condition. Out of curiosity, where did you find this?
We're on a black market, so we can be honest, can't we?
No.
It is.
We found
It is
it.
for the best to do so.
We found it.
If we get caught selling it, it comes back to you.
Mercy's just gonna look at someone else to make the decision. Who has more brain cells than her?
Do you really need to know? Is it that
At
important?
least a rough idea.
It came from Wardge. There's your rough idea.
Stolen, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That's fine with me. Very well. Stolen from Orage. Good condition. The Arcana Sutra. What's your asking price?
Mercy's gonna look at again at Rudy, in this case, since she is the book person.
Connor, would I know an estimated value for this?
It will be a history check in this case because it was historically made illegal.
Yeah, okay. I will do that.
Look, some people can't handle magical sex.
Look, you
Yeah,
get
he might-
Bigby's hand involved one time, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
all over after
I mean,
that.
I will.
Yep.
Sorry, again, my thing restarted, so I had to like pull everything up again.
22!
22 in history.
Yeah.
So you know that it was made illegal quite a while ago. So getting a hold of it will be difficult for most people. And considering the condition it's in, you'd guess that you could probably get a good chunk from it. Maybe about 5,000. Especially if you got to the right seller. Hey, your flea market is shit.
Yeah!
Yeah, but here's the thing. I was thinking the same thing, so.
Hold on. I just heard Jill make the reference from Shrek 1.
number 3, my lord.
Oh, number 3, my
Also,
lord.
Connor, do not come after my flea marketing.
I heard you going, seven and a half.
Here's the thing, Connor. I was thinking the same thing though. I was going to go higher. So.
You always go higher, and then when they want to go lower, you be in the middle.
The real question is, would Rudy
Yeah.
know to go higher?
Yes. Rudy's got brains.
Okay.
That's a
If okay.
Brains is not the same.
It's not the same as haggling. I know
being
from
wily.
experience.
It's true.
But you also want money.
She has been it.
Yes.
That's true.
Everybody wants money.
That is my only argument for it, which is you want money.
And we did work for it, so that adds a work cost.
7,000.
I mean, it's pretty good considering it was not an easy book to come across in this condition.
It's also. I remember you saying it was also a first edition.
Make a persuasion
Which one
check.
of us?
Oh, God.
Probably the one.
Rudy.
Does she get
One
advantage
asking
because
for
I
the
told
prize.
since I tried to? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do it with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, good. The thing I'm really good at, you guys.
You're the
Hope
only
it's
one.
I hope it's.
You're the only one who knew the value of the book, though. So.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Advantage. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Nope.
How?
How do you consistently roll that low?
Rudy is not good
It's
at
this-
talking.
I don't think so. I believe 3.5 would be much more acceptable.
Bullshit. We'll sell it
And
somewhere else.
Rudy's just gonna step
Good
back.
luck.
How
You-
about?
You say this with it being of decent condition. But
Of
certainly the
decent
price would
condition
go up.
and very illegal.
The price would go up quite a bit if it were in perfect condition, would it not?
I
know
would
what you're doing
imagine
with this.
so, yes.
How is using make whole on it? It's like 7,000, please.
Fucking cocksucker.
You wanted someone to get the book.
Go, diplomat,
Go
go.
fuck yourself. That's what I want you to do.
I was like, as soon as he said that, I was like, oh,
No. Jill made me mute for this. Say what you just said to me. She's
No. I think I
they
know.
said
I
you
think
can't
I
say
know.
make
What is
whole
it?
on the sex book.
Hey!
I don't want anybody to know.
It clicked for me.
God. Why does this fleshlight give paper cuts? This is awful.
Ah.
Stop. Please stop. Please stop.
We're moving
I
on.
was not conscious.
You can go to sleep.
I can't.
I do believe 7,000 is a fair price.
I believe I can provide you 5,000.
Hey, Rudy. Is this book illegal in other countries?
I mean, is anything illegal in Lucretia?
That's what I was more asking because we're going to the hoity-toity rich people country. How much do you want to bet they'll spend good money for a sex book?
That's true. This is true. Maybe we'll take it and find somewhere else for it.
I wish you very good luck with Vermune.
I mean, they're already good.
I'm sure that when a Dullahan finds you, they would love to take the book off your hands.
Does anyone know what that means?
Nothing.
They're gonna take your hands, not just the book.
Look.
And then once that happens, eventually it would find its way back to me.
There's always Lucretia. Oh wait, we're going to hoity-toity rich person, like, Celebrity Island at some point, aren't we?
How about?
Celebrity Island?
Welcome
How
to
about we just-
Celebrity Island.
How about?
How about 6,000?
How we worked very hard for
6,000.
this. Our lives got put on the line to get this book. So how about, 6,000.
6,000.
And
you can roll
we ma-
persuasion. You don't get advantage.
I'd
Who does it
never,
this time, though? I'm not
I
doing it.
never rolled persuasion on mine.
Yeah.
You,
I
you-
wanted
you
Cody
don't have
to
to
do
roll
it, but
persuasion, because you already significantly increased the price from a 7 and a 9 on their persuasion check.
But I
Okay.
did say
Okay.
7,000 myself. After fixing it.
Alright. Just normal persuasion.
I'm not allowing it.
23. Hey, I rolled a straight
okay.
19 on the die.
I was like,
That's
Becca,
pretty
I'm not-
good.
I will go up to 5,500.
That's good. That's good.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
The long fingers will stretch out and snatch the book away from you.
Thank you.
The book is tucked away in a small pouch of gold. Actually, no. A very small pouch gets presented to you.
Platinum, isn't it?
No.
We look inside.
It's gemstones.
Because it goes across countries, the gold we're carrying is Odella gold.
And it doesn't get tracked back.
Took my brain a second.
Actually, in the pouch are the rubies.
Are there rubies?
Yes.
There would likely be a mixture of gemstones, emeralds, sapphires, rubies, and probably not diamonds, just because they have a magical use as well.
I
So
need
I'd imagine, like,
1,000 gold
topaz.
worth in, like, powdered rubies for forbiddance. And if we just have the rubies, we can make the...
Oh boy, okay, so I'll have you roll me 1d100, so I can just kind of like roughly figure out how much of that is actually rubies.
A 6.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How?
Well, about 600 of that is is rubies, and that's about it.
You only need 400 more.
We can probably get.
Jesus Christ.
Saves you later.
I have a question.
I told you I have extreme luck, good or bad.
Do you sell spells?
Yes, I do.
Well, I heard. There was this interesting spell called Sciatic Static.
Sciatic.
I beg your
Sciatic.
fucking pardon. What?
Synaptic static.
Sciatic Static. I could not remember what it was called.
You're still saying it wrong.
Synaptic
Synaptic
static.
Static.
Synaptic static.
But.
It's like everybody here is having a stroke concurrently.
Synaptic.
Synaptic.
You keep putting an M in it. There's no M.
It's an N. Synaptic.
I'm bad at English.
Smavic.
It's literally what I used during Jace's one shot.
Gonna fucking piss my
Sciatic
pants. It's
cloak.
hilarious.
Static.
No, sciatic. Nope. I'm thinking of a different spell. It's sciatic cloak.
Oh,
Okay.
there was a cloak spell.
I don't think
Okay.
sciatic cloak is.
So, I have a few normal spells, but I do also have some that are more unique. I have a spell called Saccadic Cloak,
Thanks, Kitty. Yes.
Blind Spot, Glance. No, wait, I don't have Glance. I take that back. I rescind what I just said. Connor was wrong.
Okay, Connor.
And a spell called Through the Threshold.
Can you give me the details of these spells? Or what they do?
Yeah. Saccadic Cloak. A haze falls upon the target of the spell, altering how they perceive the movement of time. I'm not going to say it in this voice the entire time.
Please, just tell me what it is.
A haze falls upon the target of the spell, altering how they perceive the movement of time around them. All movement around the target to them appears to halt until the caster decides to allow the movement which occurred after they cast the spell to catch up to the target. So basically, in their eyes, everything stops until you allow it to return, and then everything starts moving quickly to catch back up, almost like they visually have a lag going on.
So, the effect of that, I'm guessing, would be they would basically essentially be stunned for a turn or whatever.
They are not stunned per se. They can still move. They can still act. The problem is that they, as far as they're concerned, the world around them has stopped moving, so they aren't perceiving everybody else moving. So basically, they would be
attacking at empty space.
They would just be confused about what's happening. They wouldn't be able to hit things properly. They wouldn't be able to dodge things properly because, as far as they're concerned, nothing's moving.
Okay. And what are the other ones?
Blind spots. Target of your choosing develops a blind spot for you, the caster, and is unable to see you, but is still able to notice you through other methods, such as hearing, smelling, stuff like that.
Okay.
But as far as they're concerned, you do not exist in that moment in time.
Interesting.
It's like a targeted version of invisibility.
Yeah.
And as for through the threshold, you set up a connection between two physical points, doors or windows, stuff like that. That both must be within range and line of sight. During the duration, you can move between the two portals, teleporting through them and emerging in the other direction of your choosing. The portals must be open and unobstructed, and you must be able to fit through. So basically, if there's a door over here, you set that as point A, and then a door over here, you set that as point B. When you walk through A, you come out through B.
Huh. Not really interested in that one.
Rude.
I like the first one. How much would that be?
I was just checking this cost on that, and then you guys went insane on how to pronounce words.
Look, it's not my fault that my English is bad. Okay?
Let's see. What was the equation for learning spells again?
The equation for learning spells is the cost is
50 gold in 2 hours per level of the spell.
Exactly.
Gotcha. 50 gold in 2 hours, so Cicatric Cloak is a 2nd level enchantment spell.
Sure. Like that.
Okay, I'll get that typed up to you as soon as you want.
How much would it cost me? So it would cost me
100 gold.
100?
2nd level.
Yeah.
2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus another 0. 100.
100. Okay, I'll give 100. Whatever. All right, that's it. That's the only one I'm gonna get, I think.
Okay.
I'm done. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean that.
Anything else you guys want to get while you're in the black market?
No. Isn't there a weapon place?
There is.
Wait. Do you think there's a chance they've seen Bastard Face? Since LaCroix gave him a weapon that's kind of not common.
Could be.
I could have found it anyway.
But also, if anyone's gonna find that sort of stuff that you use to make that, a black market's a really good
If
spot to
anybody's
get.
not going to talk about what they sold, to be fair, this is probably the place.
Money can persuade people.
Do we want to empty our pockets just to figure out that somebody's been here?
No.
Or
It was just a thought.
No, it's a good idea, but I just don't feel like emptying out my current purse just to figure out somebody's been here when we have at least some idea where they're going and we can track where they're going, which is more important.
And Mercy can always find them.
Aye.
Not till tomorrow, unfortunately.
It's better than nothing. Well, we're done here. We should probably head back out towards the surface.
Alright.
And get moving.
Let's do it.
The faster we can get out of the storm, the better.
We'll wait for Becca to be back just in case if she wanted to check out anything.
I don't think she did.
I will.
Oh, she's right there.
Matter. I'm not gonna
No, I know. I said that's fine. I was agreeing. Dea, do you want to check out anything before we go?
Aye. Alright, there we go.
I'm on my way.
Oh.
That's correct.
And that way, we don't got any other reason to be in the city.
Let's go.
So, you guys begin making your way towards the north, out of the city. By the time you guys get out of the... There we go. By the time you guys get out of the black market, it is now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There we go. And you guys are going to start heading north, back to... Sioge? No? Said the wrong thing?
Oh, wow.
Wildly
wrong.
Whoops.
That's
Took
a
wrong
long journey.
Took a wrong turn and ended up in a
Alright.
completely different country.
That sounds about right.
How'd we get here?
Are you
It's
guys,
going there.
out of curiosity, are you guys going to try and stick to the roads, or are you just gonna head north, like straight north?
I
It's
assume
up to you
we
guys.
go as the crow flies because he can fly.
The roads don't really matter in these conditions, especially since we can just walk on top of the snow.
Well, it's not gonna last forever outside
Yeah.
of the city. But if we're trying to catch up to him, he would he has no reason to follow the roads unless he's hunting along the roads.
And
Which
I'm
why
going
would
to
he
have
do
to.
that if he had a city to rise right here?
I'm going to have to recast Water Walk anyways because a lot more time has passed because of like
Yeah.
how different the time is that deep.
Yeah.
Jolly.
What?
Do you want to?
I was just suggesting nothing. I don't know if I should do it.
Only one way to find out.
No. Is that even possible? Oh, wait, no, yes. Beast.
Yeah. If you can't, then you won't waste the spell.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure you saw Oasis. So
I did.
Yeah,
She panicked for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess. I don't know what that good's not gonna do.
It's more fun.
It is.
That's a.
Sure.
It'll give Ro a break from walking.
That's fair.
So, do you want to cast it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So, Maddie, you are going to use polymorph, and you turn yourself into a Legos. Do you have a certain look in mind, or do you want me to just go wild?
Just go wild.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
So, you guys watch as Maddie casts polymorph and begins to turn into... Well, first, she spins in place a few times, and then with a bright light, she turns into a tremendous-sized rabbit, for lack of a better term, with very strong front legs and very strong back legs. It's got this kind of like bleach blonde, kind of pale tannish fur that kind of has like this very loose curl to it all along its entire body, except for the fur at the very top of its ears, which kind of flop down, which is slightly browning, and the tail right at the very tip of its and the very tip of its little tail, which is a little bit light brownish at the tips. And it will begin kind of like trundling its way through the snow with no real issues.
It still walks on top of the snow like all of us.
As a Legos, you can actually move significantly faster than everybody else.
Oh my god!
Speed-wise, you would be going just a bit faster than Jace.
Yep.
Not Chase. Gale.
No, James is in the game now.
Jace, how do you feel about being in the cold again?
Yeah.
The stream's almost over.
And then there's the next time,
which won't be for a couple weeks.
As a Legos, is there anything you want to do?
I sniffed the snow.
It smells mostly like snow, but you guys just hear this very loud as there is a tremendous rabbit that is now just kind of looking at you all in the place of Maddie.
Mercy's just gonna step away from it.
Dale like kind of looks at it and then just
and
Did you pet
pat
me?
just like a little pat on the head and then like withdraw.
Rabbit Maddie goes.
No.
Well, I mean, I know she would flop over if Dave's petting her.
Oh my god.
Ro, make a dexterity saving throw.
Click the button. I'm not getting out.
but Ro's being carried by Mercy or something.
21, and if she is getting carried by Mercy, because she was, it is a 25.
The rabbit flops and misses Ro just barely.
Don't punch the rabbit.
I'm not gonna punch the rabbit. Punch this up.
Maddie, we don't have time to relax.
I mean, to be fair, she can probably move in the snow better like this.
Legos are also rideable creatures, you know.
Yeah, but we don't have to move through the snow. We can move on the snow.
Mercy's taking Ro off her shoulders and putting her on Maddie. Also, Jill, from this angle, I can only see one of the balls on your nose ring, and it looks like you have a lip piercing. And honestly, I think you'd look baller with a lip piercing right here.
That's scary.
There you have it, chat.
Sorry.
So, as the crew begins to make their way further north out of Aardglass, moving as the clear flies.
The what flies?
The
crow.
The crow flies?
The crew.
Yeah. We're going straight north instead of...
You just said it funny. My brain took a minute to process. Sorry.
Look, I had a stroke. Don't make fun of me. Let's see. Double movement. How long does it No. Control weather lasts 8 hours.
Oh,
No, water walk lasts.
Yeah, water walk lasts an hour. So it's rough going for a little ways. Basically, about 5 miles until about 5 miles out of the city, it's just an absolute blizzard. And like magic, once you hit that 5-mile marker, the snow stops. You would note from where you guys are, there is now about a 2.5-foot drop. Sorry, I take that back. About a 3-foot drop from where you're standing and where the ground is.
Not bad.
It's not
Wait,
bad.
it's 3 foot. That's literally low height.
Yes.
Wow.
There you go.
Well,
That's a
he seemed determined to not let people leave town. Also, that's an extremely powerful spell.
Sounds about right, yeah.
He's a powerful man.
Brace him.
Alright, let's get going.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep going. It feels really weird that he just did that on that city.
Well,
He saw the eye. He figured we're probably in behind him. Makes sense if we're going in on foot. Slow us down going in.
Whoops.
Connor.
And then
That was an accident.
it'd slow us down going in and slow us down going out. Buy him at least a couple days, probably.
Yeah.
Plus all that snow isn't gonna evaporate in a day.
it's true.
Do not account for this party's insane movement capabilities.
He doesn't know we have him.
Weird. Most of your enemies don't.
Wait,
I agree with the
this
cat.
is actually an important question I was about to ask. Does Gale still have the cat?
Oh shit, the cat! Fuck.
How does a
Well-
cat feel seeing a rabbit significantly larger than it when most
Well, it
rabbits are
doesn't-
much smaller?
It doesn't matter. The cat has kind of like fallen back in Jason's
Jason's?
hoodie. Not Jason.
Yep.
Jesus.
Everything's happening so much.
Gale's
Yep.
hood? Oh, my
Session
God.
99,
We're almost
y'all.
there. Come
We're-
on.
we're- Yeah.
Professionals,
we're good
guys.
for a break.
Die.
Dicefunctional. It's all bad.
Can't believe Ghana is ending the game before session 100.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
No.
And even. Please don't.
So, the cat has kind of slipped back in Gale's hood. So like instead of being like around your neck at first, it started to slide down and is now kind of like trapped behind your back and the back of your cloak. And the cat doesn't appear to be moving all that much. It's just kind of like occasionally like moving slightly and like just getting
You see
comfortable
the tail
again.
do the flip.
As it is now, like like it's kind of like it's like a hump that's like on your like upper shoulders, where you just periodically see this kind of calico tail go.
Oh my God.
I think
We
we're
have a
adopting
cat. We're adopting this cat.
Well, we have ground now, so if we want to teleport to Cersei, we can.
Do we know where it
I
is,
don't know if
though?
we're gonna-
That's my only
Do we
issue.
think that's where he's going? Because there is a town between. There is another
There's
city.
a couple
Yeah.
things between here and there.
Did he terrorized the entire north, didn't he?
Mostly.
Mostly so saying, but we also this pin shot right there. We don't want to.
Also, we don't know
Yeah.
how far out he got.
There's no way to
Yeah.
really know until tomorrow, unless we find him.
Yeah, I would try to track him, but he is flying.
Could
That
you
is-
send your flock of familiars out to try to spot him from the air? If he hasn't gone too far, we can catch up to him, but if he has gone much further than we can travel,
I will
then we'll have
do
to.
that at
I
the night time when we've traveled more. Oh wait, is it nighttime now? Have we reached
like-
the?
It's about 3 or 4 o'clock.
Okay,
Which it's winter, so it's getting darker quicker.
we all have dark vision.
This is true.
it's more of a question. Is the flock of familiars goes out pretty far, but it's still only a mile. So that's a lot of ground to cover. This is kind of day of saying this. So if you want me to do that, I would probably do it after we've set up camp for the night, and hopefully catch him sleeping. The odds of it are low, but we'll try.
All right. So, what's the plan? Get as far as we can, or we teleporting?
I think walking's best, personally.
Okay.
It's whatever you guys want to do. I can do either one.
Again, he may have not gotten very far, and if we teleport past him...
I know that it's probably not. Are there trees around? There's like trees and stuff around here, right?
Yeah, not as many. It's a coast, but still there are trees.
I'm gonna have, I guess, locate creature up for an hour. Have him see if I find anything within the hour. I doubt it, but it doesn't hurt to try.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So, first 5. So, for the first hour of having it up, you certainly would not notice anything. At about that point, it is definitely dark. Whoops. There we go. You're probably about 10 miles away from Aardglass at that point in time, and at this moment, the sun is either setting or has set. There's no getting around it.
Okay.
I will point out some rabbits that get excited will also thump if they're excited.
However, they will also thump if they're angry.
That too.
Yeah, sometimes thumping is mostly a warning, though. Sometimes, though, they flop over if they don't like the other rabbit, and they're like, "Look at how relaxed I am." Anyway,
What do we want to do?
I just love the idea of a Lagos just thumping once and then turning on someone and going wham and just kicking them with their back legs.
Just crack him in the head.
No.
oh god,
Like a big kangaroo.
Yeah.
Kind of tree was he perched in?
Oh, I don't know.
A mostly dead one. I don't know.
Don't make Connor do this.
You can roll a knowledge nature check to try and figure it out, because you do have scrying. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
you scryed, right? Yeah,
I did
so
scry.
you can try knowledge nature. It's going to be a tough check because it was dead and you only saw so much of it.
Sorry, hold on. I accidentally clicked on the my YouTube thing, and it clicked on Aaron Hansen doing the Kingdom Hearts stream. I don't know why. Sorry, it's just Aaron Hansen doing a king.
Oh, look.
Hearts and ones.
Look, it's Gail's cat.
Wrong cat. This one doesn't have any white on it.
She
Oh.
also just put every single
Look, it's-
claw into my leg.
Oh, look at the fat little kitty.
oh,
Aw.
Give me a second. Sorry, I literally had to go back to the page and like.
Energy's weird, y'all, today.
It is something
Nature?
else.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was rolling at advantage. Sorry.
Me neither. A 12 on nature, you're not entirely sure.
I'm not.
Without leaves, it's tough to tell. It wasn't anything noticeable like a birch, so you know that much. But past that point, it was a brown tree. It lost its leaves, so some kind of deciduous tree. That's about it.
forgot there's no
To be quite
leaves.
honest with you.
That would be easier.
If he hasn't moved, at least he should be easier to
Oh, we don't know if
spot.
he's moved.
But does not help us narrow down where he might be.
All right. So as we're walking, Gail's just going to be keeping an eye up in the trees. See if there are any large moth-related beings. All right,
Day
Make a
too.
perception
rolling
check.
for moth.
Day's doing that too.
20.
Roll for moth.
as you look into the trees, you do not immediately notice any moth-like creatures. But you do note one thing. Off in the distance, you see a set of eyes that look to be a good 300 plus feet away that are just this dark ruby red.
Oh, he really didn't get very far.
Gale's not gonna look directly at it and go, stay close to the rest of the party. Gale's gonna be angling just to the left a bit of where that particular tree is, and just occasionally like peeking up just to make sure you can still see the eyes. Trying to play it cool.
Yeah, seriously.
I apologize.
It wasn't the overnight time.
That was my mistake. I apologize, y'all. So you're just gonna try and try and be discreet, right? Okay, let's just like roll like a stealth check to try and hide it. I don't know. This is one of those weird things that some folks do. That
Are we all stealthing?
No, it's Gale, because Gale's trying to hide that he knows.
Okay.
And he didn't tell you directly.
That's
so
fair.
you don't know what you're looking for.
I never know what I'm looking for.
Gonna walk past that one.
It took a few seconds to process.
It did. And my brain was like, click, click, click. Oh. I get it. It's because he's blind. So this would probably be more insight than anything, because it's more so to be trying to read your body language. Oh!
You literally have the same modifier and rolled the same on the dice.
What's the rule for matching on skill checks?
It goes to the defender. It goes to the defender.
Oh yeah. Okay, so in that case, I suppose, does Richard count as a defender in this case, or does Gale count as a defender?
I think Gale counts as a defender in this case.
Yeah, because it's noticing versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gale's hiding something and he's doing something to Gale.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, in that case, Gale, you're defender, so it goes to Gale. So it does not look like he has picked up on you. So you'd manage to get. You're about 200 feet.
Gale's gonna kind of go to do something in his pouch and whisper to Dea. Eyes, right up in the tree, big red ones, pass it down.
She does so. Not close enough for Eldritch Blast yet. Yoink.
Talking a lot of shit for a guy with an Eldritch blasting range.
Also not close enough for fireball either.
Well, you need Eldritch Spear.
Spell sniper.
Eldritch everything.
Yeah, she passes it down the line.
I could walk ahead a bit with Sanctuary active.
Wait.
Try to draw him towards the
How
ground.
far did you say it was?
200 feet.
200.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's in gunning range, though.
No, he's not only in gunning range. Dea's talking about fucking Eldritch Blast. Rose still has Spell Sniper.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's in my list of stuff that I don't look at.
Still want to be closer.
Yeah.
But I can also cast Sanctuary on another person if they would want to go a bit ahead to try to draw him in.
Wait, hold on.
I could try to go ahead and stealth.
I do have to mention door, so if you really wanted to get up to him very quickly, I can get one of us up there.
Did the polymorph end before this?
I don't know.
How long does it last? An hour?
An hour.
It's an hour.
So I think
You
so.
cast it when you were. Did you cast it when you were just outside, when you were making your way out, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, at this point it would have ended.
Yeah,
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
I was gonna say she cast it at the same time I cast the
Yeah, which means
okay
it would have ended.
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Oh, look at that cat. Look at that cat.
Maybe we should continue to be quiet.
Takes a pet like nothing.
That's a good cat right there.
Like stealth closer to him.
Doesn't know we're coming, but doesn't know we know. He knows we're coming though. We can get close. We know where he is though. He can't get the jump on us.
Let's just get close and make sure he doesn't
Alright.
fly away.
Just be ready to act. Roll if you want to take a shot when we get a bit closer. Feel free to have fun.
Take the shot, Piglet.
Take the shot.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it, I
Get
swear.
the MC'd for that.
Whoops! That was an accident, I swear.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
I didn't
It was,
do that.
it was an accident.
No, Connor rolled a natural 20.
No. I didn't
The accident roll
Oh, I didn't do
strangles
that.
all of us. No.
Plus 13 too. Okay. So we're getting closer?
Yep, we're getting
Guys,
closer.
Start getting closer.
Yes. I mean, I'm definitely casting Sanctuary before we get too close.
I have a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
do.
always
I
have
do.
bad ideas, Jace.
Rudy, if you get me up there, I can make sure he don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I can do
Alright.
that.
We'll go.
I have like no high level
We'll
spells anymore.
go.
That's fine. That's fine.
Row. We'll go right after you take your shot.
How? My question is, how much closer are you guys gonna get to him?
How close do we need to be for Dimension Door?
I mean, I don't.
As close as you fucking want, basically.
We are 200 feet away. We're fine because it's 500 feet. So, like,
Once we hit one.
I already marked it.
Row, how close do you need to be to take a good shot?
Yeah, I think I'm probably good. Let me just look.
What is your inside range?
The
The smaller of the two numbers.
High.
I figure it's
180.
high.
Very high.
180.
180? Okay.
180, 630.
So it's great. Well,
So 150 feet.
we can go up.
Once we hit 150
Yeah.
feet, we go.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do it.
When we get to the 150 foot mark, Ro, you get a shot and we'll instantly Dimension Door.
And I'll also prepare a spell.
Okay, gun time. I shoot now.
Yeah, yeah. We hit
Yay,
150
so-
feet. You shoot.
You
shoot
shoot
now.
now.
I shoot
You
gun
shoot
now.
gun.
yes, oh.
I shoot gun.
Does this hit?
Sometimes he
Oh, oh, you shoot
Does
gun
this-
good.
Question.
Look at how you shoot gun.
Full
Oh,
of bullets.
We're
Oh.
walking,
Okay,
we're
good day.
walking, we're walking.
look at gun.
Oh, shoot gun.
All right.
Oh, it's 13 points of damage on gun.
I
Oh,
shoot it.
oh gun.
I don't do two, right? Do I do two again right now? No.
You could try to let loose a second shot.
I don't wanna delay the plans, but I never.
Oh, it's
know.
okay.
No, it's.
ain't
I
you ain't
figured you
delaying.
Oh,
take.
never mind.
That
never
one will
mind.
miss.
I shoot gun one good time.
Oh no, you only shoot gun good once.
Everybody
no.
gets one.
And I will dimension
Gun.
bore Gale to literally right under where he is. With
And
him. I go
I-
Wanted to be up.
well,
Do you really want to risk that? Because I'm going to point out this is a tree with no leaves.
Yeah.
And Gale's a big, heavy motherfucker.
I know, but Sentinel.
This is part of the plan.
How high up in the tree is he?
Okay.
Quite a ways.
This is good.
It has to
If you
be.
remember in the scry, there was nothing to be seen around him, just the tree, which means he was at least 10 feet up. Probably more, because it meant that you couldn't see the ground either. I was careful about my word choice.
This is fine.
So are you going up
Oh,
or are you
we're
at
going
the
up.
base of the tree?
To him.
Oh, we're going up?
To him.
Yeah, I thought
To
that's
him.
what
Like right
Gale
next
meant.
to this dude.
You know what? Rudy will do it. Yeah, that's fine. We're going
Cool.
Good
to.
luck, Rudy.
I'm fine. It's fine. I can take a hit. I'm pretty tanky now.
Okay.
For a wizard, I'm pretty tanky.
It's more about the falling, but okay.
And
Yeah, no,
I'm also.
I can take a fall.
While you're doing it, I'm also summoning the Celestial Spirit ranged form.
Yep. So, going up to where he is.
Okay, you cast Dimension Door, taking Gale with you, and as you do so, you see the form of this kind of fuzzy or fluffy-looking creature, jet black fur, head like squished down into its chest slightly with these long gangly arms, and this just assortment of gear hanging off of it. As you guys are now precariously perched in a tree with it.
Gale's holding this thing. It's a rage, and Gale's lunging at him to grapple him.
Okay.
Pew.
And Gale's grabbing the wings.
So
Yeah.
you're going
Yeah,
to grapple
yeah.
him anyways, which means you still. So
All right.
go ahead, do your thing.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, natural 20.
Ooh.
And it's
Contested athletics, yep.
Mm-hmm. Your other roll is
Yeah.
a 19.
Oh!
Ah! Oh.
Okay.
Both nat 20.
Yeah, but
So
he's higher.
you move in close onto what used to be Richard Smith and go to grab him, but he very swiftly like kind of worms an arm through and gets your head into almost like a clinch, where he wraps his hand right behind your neck and is putting his other arm on your shoulder and like using his elbow to stop you from moving in closer, and eventually he'll kind of manipulate himself slightly to give you a good shove to knock
All right.
you away
I have
slightly.
a second attack. We'll try it again.
Okay.
It's 19. Ah.
21.
So annoyed about
And
that.
this
nat
time,
20.
this time you go in for a second one, and he's gonna just kind of like use his lighter frame to kind of like what's the word? Kind of like Toro you, like he swipes past you as you try to charge into him. You're still perched on the tree. There's not a lot of movement here.
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
let you know that right now. You cast Celestial Spirit, Cody. It can't close in fast enough to actually hit it, can it?
It's ranged form, and it has 150, 600. It's longbow
Okay, so
stats.
does it get to make an attack on its turn or no?
It goes right after me, so
It goes right after you?
yes.
Alright. So, if that is the case, then...
If we're starting combat, it can wait until combat.
It's almost certainly going to be combat, so if that's the case, then we're going to hold off right here.
Yeah.
And this is where we'll be picking up next session. As you guys begin to have combat with Richard Smith, or as you guys have now begun to refer to him, Mothman.
There we go.
Like that wasn't gonna be what you called him.
Look.
I thought you were gonna say the Dick Strangler.
Stop it.
The one from last session.
The Dick Twister.
Ow.
Mickey's Dick Crusher. You put your dick in it and it gets crushed.
Give me the old Dick Twist.
Okay.
Anyway,
but with that,
oh my
thank
God.
you everybody for being here for the stream. We really do love having you here. Tell your friends, spread the word. We always love seeing folks, and really, we'd love to see more folks show up and do this more, because this is really an absolute blast. We'll be picking up the stream next
week from
Saturday
Saturday
next.
after.
New Year.
New
So
Year.
We're not always like this.
Sorry, guys.
We're not always like
But
Uh,
next
well-
Saturday, but next Saturday is our one shot. We pre-recorded it, so we will not be live, but this channel will be running.
It'll be
so
live.
Yes.
Still have D&D.
Yep.
We're doing it live.
So, fuck it. We're
No.
gonna do it live.
No, we're not. No.
In Session
Anyway.
100, we're definitely having that Christmas/New Year's energy anyway, so expect
Yeah.
similar
It'll
vibes.
be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of slap happy,
with that,
we're
guys,
rested.
Thank you all very much. We love you all, and everybody say goodbye.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.